everybody. How y'all doing tonight? I am your host, Lakeisha, with my host, L. We got a panel of ladies out here. Hey, ladies, how y'all doing? So pretty Tony and ADP. I just lost Miss D. I don't know where she, but Miss
Doing
D.
fantastic. How you ladies doing?
All right, how you doing? How
Great,
you
great.
doing today? How y'all day go? How y'all went?
Fantastic. Been a full day. I'm ready
Uh,
A
to roll.
full day. A full day.
It has been real crazy today. Hey, we're gonna let some of the people come up in the chat. Y'all come on in the chat because we got a great conversation today. Let's do some housekeeping,
Wait,
please.
before you do some housekeeping, I gotta drop a
Please.
little. It's ladies' night. What? It must be Angie on the mic. The butter peak. Okay, I had to, drop a little bar. Just a little bar.
Okay, bro, Claude, sister. I can't be
Welcome to ladies' night.
I can't be messing around with y'all. Hit the like, but I got Miss D coming back. Hit
You
the
know what?
like
I'm
button.
trying to see if it's on the
What
channel.
happened, Miss D?
I was trying to see if it's on the channel, and I don't know if it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't think
Yeah.
so? Hold on, let me see if it's hooked up. Hold on. Yeah, you hooked up.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
hey, y'all in the chat. What's up, y'all in the chat?
Hey,
Please
everybody
hit
in the
the
chat.
like button. Be
Hit
nice
the
in the
like
chat
button.
to each other. Don't be going off on tangents, talking about people mamas and stuff, and y'all want to fight. Don't do none of that.
This is a respectable show.
Don't do
Okay.
none of that. Hey, look, but please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my ladies, we're gonna try to get somebody, one of the moderators, to drop our links in the chat so you can follow all of us because all of us bring something different to the table. So if I have any moderators in the chat, please drop all of our links. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for being with us today. Y'all ready to get rocking on? Y'all want to shoot the breeze for a little bit? What y'all want to do? What y'all want to do?
Whatever
Uh-oh.
you feel like, what's your mood? What you want to do?
I gotta show off my little Jada Pinkett real quick. Bam.
I'm,
See, I
I'm
knew
just
it's something
enjoying
we
that
had to do.
hairstyle.
Bam. Little finger wave and a loop de
I
loop.
knew
You
it
know
was
what I'm
something
saying?
we had to do.
Go ahead, Miss L. Go ahead,
You'll never know what you're gonna get when I come up here.
No, it make it
No, you
easier.
don't. Shit. Look.
It make it easier, man. Just throw that look. Just throw that on, put them little waves in, and keep it kicking.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Man, it's a lot of stuff going on off the court with these ladies. So I'm glad we doing this show because we talk about so much basketball, but it is a lot of stuff going on off the court as we know. Y'all ready to get into the topics, or y'all want to cuss out people in the chat? Let me see who in my chat first, though.
Let's
on.
get it
Yeah, let's
cracking.
see who's in the chat.
Let me see who's in the chat. Hey, Reddit, AL504, what's going on? What's going on, Chicago Cheetah? Big girl, she wins. I see y'all. I'm gonna do my best, y'all, to
Oh,
try to keep up with the chat.
can't stop laughing.
Look,
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
ASAP, leave us alone.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Leave us alone. Look, I'm gonna
Before we call you up here as a
put him in
as
the
a
middle.
hostile witness.
Yeah, put him in the middle, man. And Christopher Harris already up in here talking about don't block me. We not gonna block you, Christopher Harris. Why you come in the comments already saying that?
I missed that. I ain't see that.
He said don't block me. He got his hands
Well, be
up.
good. We gotta be good then.
And yeah,
P1, yes, all men are welcome in the chat as
yeah,
long as
all
we keep
men.
it respectful. That's all
Yeah,
we ask. You know what
we
I'm saying?
unless you saying something real
Real crazy.
crazy, I
My trigger
can't.
finger is
I can't see it going left on you unless you talking real crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
you
Down
should be
for
all
that.
right. You should be all right, Christopher Harris, as far as I know. But let's get into it, y'all.
let's kick this thing off.
Yeah, man, because I think the first thing we're gonna talk about today, we're gonna talk about the WNBA. We're gonna talk about the rise in injuries. I mean, everybody getting hurt out here in these basketball streets. I mean, Angel's been hurt for multiple games. Caitlin's been hurt for multiple games. Even Caitlin's teammates went down. Sydney Colson went down, and Ari McDonald, Stewie's down. Kayla Thornton is down
Jordan Canada just went down
Oh my
again,
God.
again last
again.
night. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't even know. Do anybody know the timeline on her? What it was? What was the injury?
Who
It
that?
was another leg injury, but I didn't hear any updates after last night.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like this year has been plagued with a lot more injuries than it did last year.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me, but
Yeah.
I feel like, and it's the major stars, that's going down.
Yeah.
So we're starting to see a trend, which made us think, hey, maybe we should do a maybe we should do a topic about how is the play on the court being impacted about what's
Mhm.
going on off the court, because a lot of times people don't realize that athletes, there's a lot that goes into being an athlete, and if you don't have the proper support off the court,
Yeah.
towards your
Being a
recovery
top
time.
tier, being a top performing athlete starts long before you get on the court, the
Mhm,
field. It's a lot of work that goes into ensuring that your body can
Mm-hmm.
withstand the sport that you play, right? It's very different from being in rec ball, AAU, high school, even college. We see this is probably one of the most physical leagues outside of playing in Europe,
mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and some of these ladies don't go to Europe and play. So, that level of physicality that you might see from some of the other teams in the Euro League doesn't translate over here. Well, it's starting to, because we're starting to see more European players come to the league, and I'm not, by no means am I saying it's their fault that injuries are happening. I think
Mhm.
with anything, we talk about not wanting to compare the NBA to the WNBA because they are vastly different. And the reality is, women's makeup is completely different from men. So there just is no comparison. You could have the most skilled, talented, high level playing player as a woman, and it's not. I don't want to say it's not going to match up to a man's game, but the physical strength, the physicality is just, it's unbalanced. It's truly unbalanced, unless you talking about taking steroids and all the other stuff. That's you get into the weeds of that. But I think, we're looking at some serious injuries. Some might even be career ending. If we look at a Courtney Vandersloot, right?
Mhm.
We've had conversations about thinking maybe she returned to the sky because she was ready to retire. Her wife just, recently retired and had her jersey retired, and they have a new baby. So she's probably got less years in front of her than she has behind her. So when you look at an ACL tear, that's a long recovery process, at least 18 months for a lot of people. We're just seeing Cam Brink come back from a major injury. We saw earlier this season, not too long ago, Rakia Jackson with a concussion. We saw Asia out on concussion protocol, only to come back and then injure her wrist. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's a lot that's happening.
Let's start here, because the WNBA popularity has soared. Do you believe the league is prioritizing profit over these women's bodies? But what
Yes.
I mean by that is not having the correct facilities in place, and not making each one of these WNBA teams have to adhere to certain standards. So
Yes.
whoever wants
100%.
to go first, and we'll go around the table. Let me know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll go first. Yes,
Go ahead.
absolutely. Um, without a doubt, right? And I'll take it back further to what you were just talking about, the physicality of the game, right? Women, your lower extremity is dominant for women. So if you're not working out those areas and strengthening those areas, that's why we're more prone to having the injuries that we're having, right? So if you don't work out those areas, you are going to get hurt regardless. Period, right? So if you're not thinking beyond, hey, what's next, or going overseas, as Elle just said, right, and you're not working out those key muscles or calisthenics and getting chiro and stuff like that, you are going to be injured. And concussions. As a matter of fact, let's just take Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall is out right now too. That's a new one. So there's about 20 players right now that are out in the WNBA for as injuries are concerned, with the need of about maybe 8 that are out for the remainder of the year. The rest of the season, you have about 8 that are out for the rest of the season. You have about, with the rest being 5 to 6 that are day to day, Angel being one, and the rest are just waiting their time until the playoffs, and that's your 20. So, yes, it has a lot to do with not having the right facilities. And we talked about this a little bit last night. If you don't have the proper facilities where these ladies can get the proper treatment in between games, after games, on their rest days, getting their bodies right is a problem. Having the right practice facilities, right? So they can equip themselves for the right type of agiles that they need to be able to move around, right? And work on the areas that they need to work on, not just being able to be physically fit. So you still have to have the facilities to facilitate all those things. Like some places they can go, some teams they can go to, they have meal preps and all this stuff. And you listen to other people that complain about, oh, well, they talk about meals and stuff like that. Who cares about meal? You go eat and then you get fat. And next thing you know, you can't run up and down the court. Meal prepping is big. I'm a nutritionist. So, yes, you have to have the right type of meals to be able to sustain your body, to be able to do the things that you need to do. Piss poor eating it alludes to this problems right here, all of these injuries that are happening because you're trying to find ways to get something to eat in a rush. So that's my take on that. You have to have a balance across the board. If the men can have it, why can't the women?
I agree. You want to go next, ADP?
Sure. I think this season it seems more physical on the court with the players from last year. So I think that plays another part in it too, because I know Unrivaled did help a lot of players as they came into the new season, or whatever. But I really think they're getting beat up so bad, and they're not calling it. It's different. You being a little feisty or whatever every now and then, but they're literally getting beat up on the court. Especially when it comes to Chicago Sky or whatever. So yeah, I believe your nutrition schedule should be good. You should exercise or whatever, and take care of your body before you even start playing the game, right? So it's kind of like what Elle was saying, how you have to set your body up way before you even enter to the league or whatever, after college or whatever and stuff like that. But now it's to the point where it's some of it's, on their own injuries or whatever, but a lot of it's because they're getting beat up.
Yeah. We're going to get into it because it's a conundrum because you can have 2 and 3 things going on at one time. You cannot have the proper nutrition being set for it, just like from a team perspective, just trying to check in with the ladies, make sure they got a dietitian and make sure they have their bodies right. Then you got the other thing where the refs in the W are a problem, so they're getting beat up that way. And then some ladies have access to training facilities and some don't. So it's like a perfect storm. Miss D, I'm gonna let you get in here.
Yes, I agree with that. It is different. It seems like it's different, the haves and have-nots. So you have no practice facilities for certain teams. I don't know how the trainers are, but the way the games are so close together and in a short amount of time, it causes injury. The traveling is not the same from each team. They just started really doing the personal flights. What you call that? And right,
The commercial flights, yeah.
commercial flights. I'm sorry, from commercial to private. And so the by them playing, most do still go overseas. And Unrivaled came, and then you had the draft picks who didn't get a chance to recover. It seemed like they just got drafted, then they went straight to camp. So your body didn't get a chance to rest. I don't care how young or old you are. that affects you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's causing that. Now the refs, I don't know about that because the WNBA have always been physical. It's
Mm-hmm.
just that now we seeing the effects of the facilities and them not having the right maybe the trainers are not there because of the financial thing that teams go through that they claim go through.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about something that I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe she was just kind of upset. Candace Wiggins, and she was like, women, for some reason, she said women are those supposed to play sports for some reason, basketball, because our bodies are made different. Uh, I don't think so. It's just that by you being a woman, you had to do different things that the guys do. So
Right.
nutrition, body recovery, is very important because our bodies are made differently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some players like maybe Asia Angel can afford personal trainers and some
Right.
can't. So that's why the CBA is very important. So everybody can get the money they need so they can get the proper trainers. Because sometimes you can't rely on the team trainers. They don't really have time to do certain things with certain people because everybody's body is different. So that's what's going on with the games being so condensed and the wear and tear on your body. So it's just a snowball effect, like you said, Keisha. So yeah.
Yeah. I before we get to air, I want to show y'all the Aces facility. Y'all gonna be over here. Look, I want to just go lay down up in there because you know, they are an organization, they want a chip and they said, look, we about to go upgrade some things. They opened this, I think, in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. But let me let y'all watch this video.
15 seconds to go. Sun out of timeouts. Williams lets it fly. Can't hit. Wilson the rebound. And this season has come up aces. The city of Las Vegas has its first major professional title. The Las Vegas Aces, your 2022 WNBA champions.
Hey man.
That's what the sky need. That's what angels.
Look,
That's what
hey
angels serve.
man.
Wow. I
Yeah,
think the
that was
Aces
that was
and
really
the Liberty
nice.
got the best ones. Aces, Liberty, then maybe Seattle.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody else is kind of lagging along, but at least they
yeah.
got something.
At least they
Even
got
LA don't
something.
have it. Like really?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that before L goes. Look, Seattle has something. The Aces, like you say, the Mercury. Huh?
Forgot about the Mercury. I forgot
Yeah.
about them.
Oh, I can't hear L. You was breaking up for a little bit. I can hear a little bit now. Say it again. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Seattle, the Aces, the Mercury, and New York had some things at Barclay, but now
Mhm.
they're gonna open up their own separate training facility. everybody else is just, trying or in talks for it. Like people that are in talks is like the Fever are still set to open theirs in 2027, the Sky in 2026, the Wings in 2026 too. Everybody else, um they have some teams that share, like the Mystics share because they share the Med Star Health Performance Center. Same as with the Lynx, they share the Mayo Clinic Square, which is kind of because they got NBA partners. Same thing with the Connecticut Sun, they share with the Mohegan Community and Government Center, which that's probably the city.
Right.
But and the Sparks, they do stuff like at the community college. It's real weird because Los Angeles should be somewhere a little bit better than that, but we're
You
gonna
got
move on.
money. Come on.
Yeah. So yeah, most of the only teams that really had their own facility is the Aces, the Mercury, and the Storm. And the New York Liberty is gonna build their own, but they already had one like in Barclay. So that's basically how that's going. What happened to Elle? She ran off.
Trying to get her mic together.
Oh, okay.
Her sound. Her
Yeah,
sound
sorry.
together.
Come back in.
Let's see. All right, here she comes. She's circling. There she go. I know. You sound like you going in and out. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing. You look, you sound like one of them what you call it, one of them Smurfs.
Every time you play a video, it does that on my end.
Oh really?
Oh, wow.
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 I'm gonna give you a take out.
Okay. All
She
right.
said you being Mexican.
But I will say this. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about too is, guys, this scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
This one game on one night,
Man.
6 games on the next night. Some weeks, Monday and Wednesday, you don't have no games at all. Then on Saturday, you'll have one game. Then on Sunday, you'll have 6 or 7 of them.
Mhm.
They also got a stretch. I think it was for example, I think it was the Mercury. They say they played like 9 games in 18 days.
Wow.
Satu was like, come on, commissioner. And then the Liberty complained a little bit too. They played 12 games in 22 days.
Yeah, somebody was on the sauce that day, allegedly.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
saying, like, what are we doing here, right? And then
Yeah.
why their bodies are breaking down. That plays a big part. And when you don't have the facilities or the means to help these ladies take care of their bodies before, during, and after a game, then they are going to break down. And then you're demanding that they still play because you're paying them and it is a job, right?
Mhm.
They have to be functional to be able to make the money. The fans, you have to give the fans what they want to see. And at the same time, they're playing hurt and they're damaging themselves even more. But yet you still don't have the means to help them in their time of need when you don't have the right facilities or the equipment or the things that they would need to recover. Cairo,
Right.
ice rooms. Like, there's nothing like getting an ice bath. Who wants an ice bath right after? But it's much needed right after a hard game.
Yeah.
Like a player like Angel who gets drugged down in
In the
midair
paint,
and then
yeah.
slammed on the ground. Needs something like that. Put them in a below zero machine and below zero and have them come out and their body feels great afterwards, right? You have to go and pay for that. You have to go to some center and do that type of stuff when you should have that for them. The guys have it. Why don't the
Right.
women? But
And
even in that sense, if the NBA has these things and they are working for the WNBA, then why not share the things that they have?
Mm-hmm.
My point.
I don't get it because you say like you Phoenix, you might
Hmm.
have a facility, but you might fly to a team that doesn't have it, and yet you still on the road because you're
Hmm.
on a road stretch, and it might be a whole bunch of teams that don't have facilities.
Yep.
And if you're playing, like Satu said, like 9 games in 18 days, and it's a road trip, where do you recover if you go in places that don't have facilities?
That's tough.
So I don't think Kathy Eagleberg think. First of all, she just completely screwed up the whole scheduling thing. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah.
I almost think she needs to extend the season a little bit if she can't talk to the networks and have games on all the nights of the week instead of putting 6 in one night. So half your fan base is trying to watch one game, but 3 of them are going on at the same time. It's just
Right.
I
Right. But look, that also comes with education, right?
mhm,
Educating yourself on how to take care of yourself. Because how many of them really truly know how to take care of themselves?
true.
If you know that you have a stretch, I'll use this for example, right? As a player, I played when I was in Europe, and we had what we call round robin, 7 days of nothing but games. You can get up and have a game at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then your next game can be at 7, and the next game can be at doggone 2,
Mhm.
and you're just playing for 7 days straight, no matter the time, and all you have enough time to do is maybe go and maybe lay down, rest a moment, and then you're back up and you're in the gym and you're playing again. You have to know your body and how to take care of yourself as well. So when you're going through stretches like that, how do you best take care of you? So it's education as well. Some of these ladies don't know how to take care of themselves. They have to learn. It's education too. So that's something also that needs to be a part of the WNBA, as well as I know that they have that also in the NBA,
Mhm.
educating them on how to take care of themselves when they're on the road, right? Because you're not always going to have, like you said, go somewhere and have a facility that you can, that they'll have somewhere you can go, or you can, take a Caitlin Clark, right? She had the growing, or she's on the road and she needs somebody to tend to her right away, and maybe kind of massage out the kinks or something that she might need, where just having just that night to be able to play the next day and feel well enough just to get through that game, and she don't have that. Now she goes and she plays and she damages herself more, and now we're out this long length of time. That's for all of those players. So how do you educate them to take care of themselves versus now having these long stints and stretches where they're having to sit out so long because they're injured for such a length amount of time?
Yeah,
So
'cause she's been out for a while, and people could make people can make the argument that mistakes were made since the beginning of the season with
mhm.
her,
Yeah,
because it's almost like she got hurt in preseason, and then she came back, she got hurt again, she came back, she got hurt again.
I'm gonna say it was before preseason started,
Mhm.
and she just tried to muscle through, because she's tough and she wanted to play.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that I could see that in any player, right? The season starting, you want to play, you come in typically probably somewhat hurt, and you're trying to play, but yet you made it worse. So
I'm with you. She still look. Hey, guys, I don't know, Miss D, what you got on this? You think the schedule? You think Kat the Eagleberg was over there with her little pen saying,
Yes,
I
yes.
don't care.
Not only for the players, but the fans. Like, okay, you got some on Ion, you got some on ESPN, you got some on League Pass. Like, where's the game at? That's
Right.
just
Every
the
time
first
I
thing
do
as
a
far as
live
Right.
stream,
for the
I
fans.
got
Now for the players, it's even worse
Yeah.
because like Tony said, You have less recovery time, and even though these teams are owned by the NBA teams, they don't get the same uh, access to the facilities, and that's kind of weird. Like they don't get the cryo machine where it kind of blow like the cold air to your body, the recovery, like the Michael Jackson chamber that a lot of players invest in. I see some players in their house invest in that because as older you get, so they use that. They don't have access to that. And of course, like I said, you don't have access to the well, you have trainers, but they don't have time to really do like they do in the NBA, and they don't really, yeah.
Mm.
So the games together for the players is that's called a lot of injuries because a lot of these players are not all, but a lot of players are still past their prime, not past, but getting ready to be in their prime, and yeah, your body breaks down. The older you get, your body breaks down, and a knee
You need
injury.
more stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. The older you get, the knee injuries and the Achilles tendon, hamstring, it could end your career. So they just need to. It's like they need to care about the players, get the
Yeah.
same, same nutrition, attention, but they don't. But yeah, Kathy was yeah,
Kathy
these
just had a pen out. She said, we're going to do a
exactly
game here,
these two
here, and
o'clock
here.
games. No, it's 10 a.m. games. I mean, I know you're trying to do it for the kids, but
Yeah.
can you do it at
Yeah.
least at 2 o'clock or three, and or even like five. Start at five, so people can watch some of it. But I
What
don't think people
you know
will
they
watch.
claim they say that's the
But it
camp
seems,
game, so they getting the kids from the camp
I
during the
know,
day, and they
I
try,
know,
that's what they
but
try. But
really,
but the kid, the kiddos, she
nobody
like
want to watch a
she
game at
like
10
bumped them
a.m.
kids.
Right?
yeah, it seems like
Because
she was it seems like she was more focused on Angel Reese and CC games than all the other teams. And I
yes,
think that's why Fee felt the way she felt when she came out and said what she said about, it's more than just two teams, playing in the league. So I think with
exactly,
Kathy, she wanted the rivalry. She still wants it. And
Yeah,
if
she
right.
it's
do.
up to her, she's gonna have her way with that. She's gonna make some adjustments for next season because these are the two
She
teams
is.
that she wants to go back
Well,
and forth
well,
with
but
each
you know
other.
what?
So,
In order
so
for that to
therefore, left out
happen,
the other teams.
the Sky had to do their job in order for that to happen. Because nobody, like I said, nobody wants to see Rachel Banham and
Oh, Kathy gonna get her
and come on now,
way.
come on, Rachel
She gonna make some
Bad News Bears crew.
changes now
Oh my
because
gosh!
that's what she wants. That's what Kathy wants.
But I forgot you said
Yep,
something.
Kathy. That's what Kathy wants, and that's why we got them 5 games
Right?
at one time that don't make sense
Exactly.
because she want. And look how she separates the Angel Reese and Caitlin games or whatever.
You know what she
They're
treat the
not always
games?
bunched up.
You,
You know what I'm saying on one night.
you know how she treat the games? You know how you go to the movies at 8:10, it's gonna start at 8:10. Then by 10:15, that she treat the games at the same night, different like it's the movies. Like, okay, the back to back to back or the same time. Like, Kathy, what is you doing? It's not the AMC. Okay? And so
Yeah, most of the games are either on Tuesday, Thursday. She
yeah,
might
and then
throw
back to
one
back
on Saturday,
at the
and
same
then she
time.
and then she have all Sunday, which
I
makes
guess
me
she wants you
think.
to do the picture in picture. Like I don't know how to do all that. I can't watch
Well,
the same game at the same time.
she
You
gonna have to
know.
get. They got to get it together too because as far as the marketing and everything else, the WNBA don't have a good marketing team, any type of promotions, nothing for these ladies. They just throw something together, say here you go. I don't know if it's because I'm spoiled from an unrival or not, but the WNBA got to do better.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Miss L, you look, L.
You hear L?
Baby, I'm here. I'm back.
We glad. We glad.
Listen,
we were
I
just
was
talking.
like,
We were just
Keisha
talking
done
about
played
the
the video
scheduling.
and sent me into the abyss, and I couldn't get out.
Hey, we tried to stretch it out so you can get up here.
Yeah.
That was foul. Thank y'all for your patience, everybody. I don't know. I don't know. Technology just don't like me when it comes to this platform, but it's all good. I'm
It's
back
you
here.
know what it is. Look,
You already know. You know. You already know. I shall not be silenced. So
Hey, while
that's
we at
right.
that,
That's
Keisha, you want to
right.
tell them to go ahead and hit the like button? You got all
Oh
these people
yeah.
in your
So
chat.
yes.
L can get her soliloquy, y'all. Hey, y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. KSAP and been a gentleman and throw. He put our links in the chat, so please go
Aw,
subscribe. He trying to be good. He just
thank you,
trying to.
brother.
We
Thank
He's
thank
trying to
you. We
be
you.
thank
We
good.
you.
appreciate you. We
Yeah,
Oh,
somebody
appreciate
not
you.
too
literally put
much. Not
something
too
on the
much.
You
Not
chat.
too
said
much.
not too much kumbaya. Come on
Yeah,
now.
not too much. Not too
Why
much.
you doing why you doing red bone like that on a
Cause I
Monday?
can. But what do you think? We was talking about L. We was talking about this the way they schedule the games,
Mm-hmm.
and we was talking about the facilities. Like it all goes hand in hand with the ref. It seemed like Kathy Ingberg just went and got her little notebook out and said, "I'm gonna do a game on Tuesday, Thursday, and throw one on Monday." In the
Mm-hmm.
and I don't. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah.
Or can just look at extending the season maybe by 2 weeks so you can get all this leveled out. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've had this conversation, you and I, Keisha, and even in this community. And forgive me if I, repeat something that's already been said by the ladies. I know they're already on it. But I think it's a multitude of things. The things
Mm-hmm.
that you all have you just outlined. I've seen, been watching the chat while I was working through tech issues. It's the scheduling for sure, right? The refereeing. I would say scheduling and refereeing are the top two issues.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a very close second. I think three and four are very close with the number two issue, and that is the refereeing. Is that we have to remember, and we just talked about this a couple shows ago. When we look at how much money these ladies make, right? I would say in the past, from the inception of the league up until maybe several years ago, like we saw the big Cheryl Swoops, had her own shoe. It was a very minute number of players who had and knew how to leverage their personal brand and to monetize it, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get the brand partnerships and the brand deals. That wasn't the norm. We're starting to slowly creep in and see a little bit more of that. Rakia's got her own shoe. Jackie's got her own shoe. We know, Asia has her own shoes. Sabrina, Caitlin has a shoe coming out. Angel. So we're starting to see more of that. But the reality is, these women don't make enough money. Even if they're going to play overseas in the off season to supplement their income, which a lot of them do, but some of them don't have the luxury of doing that. Um, they can't. I don't want to pocket watch, so I'll be careful on how I say this. They oftentimes probably have to decide between I'm going to take care of my health care cost because they probably even had some injuries throughout the season, right? Or just regular stuff, but also they have families to take care of, whether they are mothers or if they have family members that they take care of, aging parents, a grandmother, whomever. They're contributing to their family's income in some way. So it leaves them very little room, wiggle room to be able to hire a personal chef, to hire their own personal trainer, to hire a nutritionist, heck, to even hire a mental health specialist to help, I mean, a therapist to help you navigate through seasons of injury. Right? It's when you get injured, it's not just about recovering physically. There's a mental component to the healing
Right.
that takes place. And so
Yes.
you need to be able to employ or hire these people that you can have available to you, have regular access to you on, on a regular basis. And so those things, when you talk about, we look at other athletes who, and y'all know I always say don't compare the NBA to the WNBA, but I'm going to make an exception this one time just to give you the glaring difference, right? You have somebody like LeBron James who is a multimillionaire. He can afford to be in a chamber. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
he can afford to, he has the financial resources to take care of his body in a way that he's still able to perform at a high peak, a high level at his age. Because we don't see, that's not the norm or the standard, even for men. right? But when we look at the huge income disparity, the earning potential that these women have in comparison to their male counterparts, they don't have the resources to be able to do that. So I think part of the league's responsibility should be that every team is required to have these resources available to these women.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or pay them more.
Right.
Either
Mm-hmm.
or. You can't have
Yep.
both,
Right.
right? So either pay them more so that they can do those things themselves, or if you're not going to pay them a substantial or a sustainable income for the months that they're playing, then you need to provide those resources. So that's the off the court piece. But on the court piece, it's asinine the way that Kathy or whomever has scheduled these games. Some of them are playing one day and going back and playing the next day. Not to mention they're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you. I can go from where I live in the Inland Empire. I live between LA and San Diego. I can drive to LA. Matter of fact, that's why I was gone all this past week because my cousin got married. So I was driving back and forth to LA and I got tired. I said, bump this. I got to get a hotel
Right.
because the driving back and forth is wearing me out. Right. So I imagine if I'm tired of driving back and forth to LA or to San Diego or to Orange County, imagine how these women are feeling when they're playing at the highest level. So there's all this physicality that they're dealing with on the court. Then you got to get on a plane and fly to your next location to play the next day. And they're not getting enough recovery time. I think it is truly egregious the way that Kathy is running this league and has continued to run this league. Um, and it's time for leadership to change because I really don't think that all the things that we talk about that need to happen or that we would like to see happen or just make common sense things to happen. I don't have a lot of faith that we're going to see many of those things happen, not even in the next 2 to 3 years, as long as the leadership remains the same. Because the W
Right.
is a business, and what they are, their primary focus is making a profit.
Mm-hmm.
That leads me to my next question. Majority of these ladies come from marginalized groups. Do you think from the popularity of the W, now that it's been thrust into the mainstream, that the W was okay with the lack of facilities, the lack of scheduling, the lack of caring about bodies because these ladies came from groups that main society didn't really care about?
I'm
That's
gonna
an
say
interesting
this.
perspective.
Well, I don't think that when the league started, they didn't think it was gonna pan out. So
Mm,
with them not thinking it was gonna pan out and the league not forming to be a substantial length of time, they didn't think about all that. They just thought it was just going to be kind of a quick one and done deal. Maybe they can give us as females something to appease us and shut us up, right?
mm-hmm,
Mhm.
And see how it goes. And that's it. You know,
mm-hmm,
maybe it would work and maybe it wouldn't. And so why are they going to invest all this money
mm-hmm.
for a league that one isn't that long, two, how long is it going to sustain? So that's
But
why.
Tony, 27 years though?
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, they don't care. They don't
I
care.
I
see.
think that they've seen
It's
consistent
still a
growth
short
though.
season. So since it's short to them, again, it didn't matter, right? It was to test the waters when it started,
Mm-hmm.
and it
I remember.
continued. And yeah, they put up a fuss. They complained here and there, but they continued on. But to bring in the revenue over and over again, now this here is the revenue now is just it's skyrocketed. It's out of the water, right? They didn't have this before. They've had moments and spurts where they've had money come in, but now it's out of the waters. So
Mm-hmm.
now they're gonna have to do some things that they just they were reluctant to do before, and they could continue to hide it. Now it's inevitable. So And you can sit here and you can constantly say that's where the claim the fame to say where a certain individual is bringing this to the league, but it's not. It's the future of the league now, of all the young ladies that are coming forth right now with their talents and the endorsements that they're coming with and the popularity that they're coming with. So it's a lot. It entails all of that. So.
But I think it also speaks to when we talk about the length of the season, why I've heard the argument to why they don't extend the season. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you're going to schedule the same amount of games but extend the season,
Mm-hmm.
people say, well, they can't afford it. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. And
I don't
we've
believe
had the
they can.
dialogue. We've had the dialogue about how much money they're making, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's a part of the CBA negotiations, but there in no world is it okay for them to have the schedule that they have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you add more games to the playoffs, right?
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
And 44 games this year because I think it was 40 before. So
Mm-hmm.
I just I think because like I think it's a big mixture in my mind because the W they felt during the spurts they had visibility, but then when you are in a down season as we talk about in any business, you didn't have the visibility, so they were okay with not getting all the bells and whistles because they felt like who cares. But I
Mm-hmm.
also think it's a component of, well, I feel like these ladies don't have a voice anyway, and if they do scream about it, nobody's gonna really take their side because they from a marginalized group. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like it's like twofold for me because other people will scream and holler and say they don't have something, things get done. And for some reason, I've seen it over and over, especially with black women, that we just yelling in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know,
Yeah.
y'all. But Kathy Eagleburg says she loves us, and she was over there twerking during All Star break.
And it's gonna take
I
a whole
saw
lot more
certain.
than twerking, bending it over, shaking the tail feather, dropping it low for me to
Yeah.
even begin to think that you have the best interest of marginalized women
Mm-hmm.
at the top of your priority list.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Everything that she has said and done
They don't.
up to this point doesn't show me that
For
she
her.
really that she's putting players first. And imagine what this league would look like, y'all,
Mm,
if the players were truly put first.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do both. You can do that and still have a profitable business.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what
Right.
I, I don't understand it. You would
I
think
don't
you
get
would
it.
want to, but
I don't get
sometimes
it.
people, like to Tony's point, sometimes people don't care about the long term. They just
Yeah.
care
Right.
about the right now. And they're
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
okay, I get a facility that's gonna pay dividends down the road. I'm not worrying about that right now. They okay, let them stay in the YMCA. They can play there. What they can practice there. What's the big deal?
Mm-hmm.
And then a year goes by, then another year goes by, and another year goes by, and it starts piling up on you. The injuries start piling up, but then you just go on to the next person that wants to play. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yep.
Mhm.
So um
Yeah.
it's hard to
That's
get them
true.
spots in the W. So you
That's
got that
true.
working against the ladies too. So they inclined to do a little bit more, whereas they wouldn't have took that treatment somewhere else. They're like, well, I want to keep my spot in the W because these spots are very limited and I want to
Right.
play. So
Mhm.
they working against your desire to play and also giving you a piss poor pot. But I'm with L. Every team should have a standard.
They should.
Yeah, that you can't own
Absolutely.
a team if you got people at the rec center with with the senior citizens. What is it? What's going on with that?
Crazy. Crazy.
Well, if
Right.
you go back to listen to one of the statements that I'll go back to, and I really don't want to give it that much clout, but Candace Parker, right?
Mm-hmm.
In one of her interviews, long before now, she was saying that you spoke up back then, but your voice wasn't heard, and so a lot of things that you asked for and you fought for, but when you're shut down, you just kind of go back and quietly go back and to the background and fade out and just did your job because you knew that that was going to be it. And you constantly tried to fight and you would put your best foot forward, but you were just unheard of. And is she grateful for what's happening now? Yes. And now she does this other weird crap that she's done, but that's neither
Right.
here nor there. But yeah, I mean, that was just the way it was, and you can hear Cheryl Swoop say the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you voice, you had a lot of voice back then too, but it was either you shut up and play or would take it away, or and that be that. You like it for what it is or nothing. And so they wanted to play really, really bad. So that was end all that beat all. But you always have to fight. And I think that the voices that the young players have now is so strong. And the way that the world is now and social media is and society is now, you'll get to get a lot more done. And they just have to continue to voice their opinions. So,
Well, there's a rumor going around. I'll let you ladies know this. There's a rumor going around Diamond Miller. When she got traded. She got traded from the Lynx
My
to
girl, HBCU, Norfolk State University.
yeah, she got
mm,
traded from the Lynx to the Wings.
mm.
And there's a rumor going around that she got benched. I don't know how much truth is to that because of some comments she made about going from the Lynx to the Wings. I'm gonna play it right quick.
Before you
She,
do that, Keisha, don't let me sit up here and be sounding crazy in front of these people.
you
You know I was
not.
thinking about Diamond Johnson, not Miller.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you said Diamond. I'm sorry.
No, it's Miller.
Diamond
It was
Miller.
Miller.
Look, she went over there. They put them. Look, they put them. Look, L. They put them cameras in front of her face and put the mic
She had
on,
something to say. She
and
said, let
she
me.
had something to say. I don't think it was bad, but they say
No.
man buns feathers got ruffled. I don't know. That's listen.
I
Yeah.
definitely learned a lot. There's certain things here that probably needs changing. So just bringing certain things that I've witnessed for the last 3 years and bringing it here will definitely help.
I'm gonna play it one more
Huh.
time.
I definitely learned a lot. There's certain things here that probably needs changing. So just bringing certain things that I've witnessed for the last 3 years and bringing it here will definitely help.
Uh,
Mm.
she said,
Wow.
I'm a rub.
I'm a run. What you
She
say? I'm
ain't
a
been.
run.
I don't think she been there. What, a week? Maybe
She been there a
I don't
few
even know if it was a
days.
week.
few days. And she said, things. This is not Kansas anymore.
You know what she said? This is the ghetto.
And
Y'all took me from Bel Air to the
she
ghetto.
said, I need to find a suggestion box and drop my paper in because I came from the Lynx to the Wings.
Yeah.
And it's
You said
different
it
over
right.
here, Toto. It's different
It's
over here.
different over here.
Nah, do
You
you do
ain't in
that?
Kansas anymore.
Do you say that in your first 3-4 days? L and Tony and ADP. I don't know it, Miss
She had to
D.
keep it
I
real.
don't
She had
know
to keep
what
I
you
it
mean,
real.
say,
if it's
ADP.
me, if
I
I'm
Right.
being
don't
authentic to me,
I
yes.
don't see a
Exactly.
problem with
It's
it.
not wrong with saying that. I mean, you
No,
have
and she
to.
didn't say it in a disrespectful way or
Not at
nothing
all.
like that.
Not at all.
You got to
No.
be in your feelings to take it like that and bench her.
And that's why a lot of the veterans don't respect him because he's too sensitive. And
But
he,
we know he's gonna take it personal, right? He didn't
yeah,
Yeah,
already
Big
set up
Girl
Yeah,
in
he
I
said.
worked for
in
know.
that
Tyler. He worked
Yeah,
for
he didn't
Tyler.
already set up in that press conference the other day talking about all that mess about
Exactly.
Look, Big Girl said after she said that Diamond played 2 minutes.
Yep,
Oh,
that's right. She played 2 minutes.
you know what? She looked around and said, I'm here with Kurt Miller and that Cheryl Reeves. I went from the outhouse to the match of the outhouse.
And look,
So
I live in Dallas. I love the Waynes. I done went to the
oh, there's
games.
no wrong with the city, but
I
the
don't know how the
Kurt
facilities
Miller.
look.
You go
So
for Kurt Miller to yeah, it's almost worse than Chicago in certain aspects. You know, it could be a great
Like you
team.
said, she went from the big house to the outhouse. Okay.
Exactly,
it's a
and
culture
if it get
shock.
exactly man
I
bun, just
told you,
like
she
Miles gotta
said
go.
this is the ghetto.
I know you're right. You're right. She used to Cheryl Reeves, even though
She
Cheryl
say
Street,
she
Cheryl
say she got a couple of
that
suggestions.
organization is very. They care about their players. They care.
Well, look,
You know, I can't say it for the Wings, but
look,
I mean, you
she
know,
have a couple of suggestions, and they told her to go sit her $5 self down. That's what they
right.
said.
Oh
Before they
wow.
make change. Before they
Dang.
make
Before they
change.
Exactly.
make change.
Exactly. I guess Enrique say, "Hey, you know what? Just girl, just be quiet. You know, it is what it is." Enrique should have warned her. Like, come on, man.
I know Diamond was like, I know you effing lying. Y'all done traded me to Dallas.
Right,
I'm
right.
quitting the
You
league.
mean to
I'm
tell me
going over
nobody
there.
went tapped her on
I
the
know
shoulder
she
and
had
said,
a fit.
no, you might not want to do that.
Now, and look, y'all. Now in Dallas' defense,
Ain't no defense.
I'm gonna
No
try to
defense.
defend
Right.
them.
Look,
They are supposed
Keisha.
to open up their new facility in 2026. They kind of like Chicago,
Oh gosh.
because right now they play in a suburb called Arlington. They don't play in Dallas.
Right.
And Arlington is about an hour and 15
I'm about
minutes
to
from
say
me.
yeah,
So
that's a
so
drive.
they all over the place, you know what I'm saying? But the new facility is supposed to be completed at the end of 2025 and open in 2026. But all she's saying it because the land was donated by the city. So they got that from the city, and they're gonna build a new training facility. It's supposed to be in construction right now. But as of right now, Diamond Miller says she not in the new facility, and it was a culture shock for her. It
It's
was,
a huge culture shock. And listen, Terrence,
Right.
no, sir, we will not trade Man Bun for Tyler. Bad as Tyler has been, keep Man Bun where he at.
see, they
Look,
kind of
Dallas and Chicago are running neck and neck in terms of jokes
Yeah,
of
but we're ahead
organizations,
of them.
right?
well, see what they plan and working at is kind of like Chicago, because they play on the campus of University of Texas at Arlington. So they are sharing those facilities. You see what I'm saying?
That's
But
crazy.
if you live in Dallas, that's a hot, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
so
don't know what they build. I don't know how they're gonna do the logistics of everything. But yeah, Chicago plays where DePaul University is, right? So it's kind of like the same.
you sure?
It's crazy though. It's like
You
in this
sure?
day and age, we are in the year of 2025, and we are having conversations about
I,
organizations that have millionaires as owners,
big girl,
and they can't provide the bare minimum
big
in
girl.
terms of facilities.
Let me
UTA.
tell you something. Look, big girl, I done been to UTA a many times. It is not bad. I'm gonna vouch for you, big girl, because I live here. I done went to competitions with my kids. I done went to games with my kids. I've watched those girls play. It's a college, but it's not
I have a
what they.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is the Wings owner the owner for the Mavericks? Is they want an independent
No,
like Chicago? Okay, okay, that's why.
no, no,
Right,
no. They're
because
not
I
a.
think the Wing. I mean, the Dallas owner. They probably been. I don't know what they call it now. They don't call it American Airlines anymore. They call it
It's
something else.
American Airlines Center is down. It's downtown in Dallas. That's
Oh,
where the
so they still
Mavericks
call it that,
play.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's a mix. That's what I'm saying. The WNBA is too mismatched. You have
Yeah.
teams that's owned by WNBA. NBA teams, and some that's not. So that disparity is
Mm-hmm.
different. So the
I
Minnesota
agree.
Lynx is still connected to the Minnesota
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
Yes.
So they get the best of certain extent. So
Correct.
yeah, of course it's a culture shot. So, but one thing I can say, even though Kurt Miller is a bonehead sometimes, at least he know how to. He kept his picks and he picked very well in the draft. So that's one thing
Yeah.
I can say. So
I think
their
he gonna get.
picture,
I think he gonna get them right because
right?
the way um the Mavs is downtown because when they play in the games against Caitlin Clark, then they go to Dallas. They go to the American Airlines Center. So, but I think when the Wings probably was started, like a lot of these teams, it was just easier to use facilities that were already there. But the thing is, they're sharing with the college, if that makes sense,
That's why I
because the
wish the
college
Sky.
has its own basketball team.
Exactly. That's why I wish the
Right.
Sky was a part of the Bulls, but they didn't. They never picked them up.
No,
You
no.
know.
Michael Alter owns the Sky by himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, that's the difference. The
I
Lynx
mean, the
are
arena's nice, I
affiliated with
guess.
the Timberwolves.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I ain't gonna. But baby girl came. Look, baby girl came in and said,
Play it again.
"Y'all so
So
crazy."
Trent told her, really?
Witness for the last 2 years, and bringing it here will definitely help.
Wait, let me play it. Hold on.
I definitely learned a lot. There's certain things here that probably needs changing. So just bringing certain things that I've witnessed for the last 2 years and bringing it here will definitely help.
What did she say wrong?
Not a thing. Not
What you wanted
one
to say?
thing. Not one thing other than I will take the end of the bench for 500.
That's what I was. That's not funny, chat. That's not funny. I didn't mean to laugh. But
Oh man, she said
know,
absolutely
there's
nothing
a-
wrong, right? But
it's
it's a
not
trying time in Dallas, so it was not the appropriate time to say it,
the
right? You
timing was
can
bad.
think it
Yeah.
and you can say it to your team, but not on camera. That spells end of the bitch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
But you
just
know what? Maybe she felt she's still in shock. Like, oh, I don't believe. I mean,
Of
Dallas not a
course
bad
she's in
city. I'm
shock.
still in shock. I went from
She
this to
was in
this.
shock the moment
Right.
she found out
She
she
said,
Right,
"Oh
was
no,
right.
I got to
traded.
speak out, speak up, and speak out." So
Yeah, she probably
she,
still in shock. I'm gonna go with B on
right.
that one.
That was a
I was
shocking
still in
comment.
shock. Didn't realize what she said to
she
after she
feeling
said
some
it.
type of
Right.
way.
Right. Did she get traded after
Yeah.
the game on the plane, something like that?
Yeah, something
That's
like
they
that.
cold. They cold. I swear.
Yeah, Cheryl Reed say you got. I mean, look at what she did to Peely. Peely was in Chicago and she cut her hair.
Gotta watch
Yeah,
who's in
Kelly, let her
Chicago.
get on the plane. Like, come on, why you do that to the girl?
Soon as the Lynx lost to the
Keisha, why
Sky,
you had to bring that up? You know Cheryl was over there throwing that tantrum.
she was over there. She threw a doggone temper tantrum.
She
That
over
one time the Sky beat the Lynx, and next thing you know, Peely was cut.
that girl was gone.
Why ain't pick Angel? That dang on Angel. I'm mad. I gotta see you. Bye. And that's sad because Peely is not a bad player. Just they need to find a role for her, I guess.
A role for her. But
Yeah.
I nothing wrong with
Man.
Diamond Miller said.
Oh no,
It's
no.
probably just the timing.
It's
You're
the
coming into
timing.
a new
It's the
city.
timing.
Yeah.
The fans are trying to embrace you. Next thing you know, you tell them they ghetto, and they like, girl, get on out my face. You ain't been here for 3 days. Not
So
saying
they
what.
had to deal with that, and then they have to deal with the fans in the stands with the shirt that says, what's her name for the coach?
Oh, you talking about old Nola?
Yeah, the
No.
shirts say Nola for coach.
Oh, I know. I went to a
So
game, and
the guy is just going through it. He's
they was
going through
yelling
it.
for Nola.
They're yelling
You
for
can't
her.
you can't take
He
it out
got
on
the
her.
shirt on, and
It
she
is getting
says they're
taken
trying
out
to
on her,
kill
Miss D. Did you see the opening to their last game where they coming out? The players are coming out. They get to calling Nola name,
I saw that.
yay!
And
And
they
then
only
they
had
get
one
to his
player.
name, boo!
Right.
But that puts Nola in a bad position
It does.
as a coach, right?
Mhm.
Because now you can kind of pin the coaches against each other.
Mm-hmm.
For her, she did ask them to kind of stop it, but I think she tweeted it or something like that. She asked the fans if they would not do that because essentially she could lose her job. Like it's like, hey, well, we don't want you here, da da da, and they can move her. that puts her in a bad way. I think she's
Yeah.
doing a decent job. Is she ready for a head coaching position? No. Not, I mean, that's my own personal opinion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, it's not
Okay.
everybody's opinion. It's my personal opinion. Is she doing a decent job as an assistant coach?
Yeah.
For them, yes. Will she do that for everybody? I don't know. You know, she has to move around for that to be
Right.
known. Head coach position, I don't think so just yet. She has some growing to do, but that just puts her in a bad position.
Meanwhile, Diamond Miller on the end of the bench talking about I
Now
didn't
I
mean
Go
to
got
say
I
Diamond.
it.
got a little pushback for you, Tony,
Go
What you
Sister
ahead.
got? Go ahead.
Tony. Just a
Go ahead.
little bit.
Go ahead.
And I know that they're two completely different leagues, but
Mm-hmm.
I believe that if we're looking at what they have, right, and
Mm-hmm.
that's Chris as the head
Mm-hmm.
coach with no experience at all, and then you
Right.
have someone like Nola who at least has head coaching experience in the 3-on-3 league. I believe that she's the better qualified candidate, even
Mm,
with it being a different league, because with coaching it's not just about the X's and O's. We talk about that all the time, but you definitely have to know the X's and O's. But it's also about leadership. It's also about getting your players to buy into your vision,
mm-hmm.
into the system. And it doesn't seem that Chris possesses any of those abilities. We
Hmm.
haven't seen it translate, right? So if we're looking at, neither of them has the depth of experience that you would expect for a head coach to have, but I at
Right.
least feel like Nola kind of edges him out simply because she was not only an assistant coach, but then she was a head coach. She was an
Hmm.
assistant coach over in LA, and then she
Mm-hmm.
got the head coaching position at in Unrivaled, and now she's an assistant coach again in the W, which is cool. But if we're looking at who's the better of the two or more qualified of the two in that
Oh,
organization,
for
for me
sure,
it's
for
gonna definitely
sure,
be Nola.
for sure.
Hmm.
But you're still looking at the scenario. Yeah, she's the better of the two right now, and she should definitely be talking in the huddles like she's doing,
Hmm.
like he's giving her the reins to. But when you come to saying, "Hey, um, I'm gonna, okay, we're gonna go ahead and let him go. Who should we get as a head coach?"
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'm not saying, and I wouldn't agree to just let her go ahead and take the interim head coach position. I'm not saying that. I, I
Even if
wouldn't.
they don't have anybody that's a better qualified candidate, let's just say they let him go tonight.
Well, I mean, if they don't have another candidate, I mean, you
Right.
have no other choice, right? And so then, yeah, you're gonna stick with it. You're gonna do it, and then the next year you're gonna find somebody more qualified. Now, if she does an amazing job and proves me wrong, then by all means, I'm everybody's at some point can be proven wrong. I'm big enough to say, hey, I'm wrong.
Hmm.
Well, you
But
know
she'd
what?
have to show me big time, right? That I'm wrong. I do believe that she possessed some skills from the
Right.
coaching aspect and Unrivaled, she
Right.
came along, but you got to understand in that huddle in Unrivaled,
Hmm.
that was your point guard giving most of those X's and O's in that huddle. And she was a part of it. But
All right.
guess what? You had a phenomenal point guard over there that knows the game inside and out. So
Hmm.
I'm going to give Nola some credit, but not all
Right.
credit.
I would, you know what? I'm not, look, Tony, I'm not jumping on you either. But you know what? With all these inexperienced coaches, even Natalie is inexperienced, even though she's proven to be a pretty good coach.
Hmm.
So you have a lot of inexperience regardless. And I think she learned from that Unrivaled.
Yeah,
Yes,
she
Hmm.
did. She did.
Kelsey Gray really kind of, you know, show her how to handle like
Yep.
Angel. People was jumping on her about Angel and her lack of understanding how to use Angel. But
Hmm.
Mhm.
Chris' problem, like Elle said, his problem is not necessarily X's and O's. I think he's good at that. You see how he alienated Dejanay, a veteran.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Um, he kind of put shoot her to the side when she said, "Hey, challenge this call." So he has a problem with communication. He has a
Hmm.
problem with um how to communicate with his players. He alienates the
He
players.
just has a problem with coaching. He just doesn't know how to
What
coach. He's not
like
a problem with players. He just
I
doesn't
don't
know how to
think he
coach.
has the interpersonal skills
right?
Yeah,
He's not a person.
it's
necessary
He
to
don't
be
know
a
how to
head
communicate.
coach.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Enrique,
I
you
get
know,
it. I
right,
get that.
right.
I
So
get
he
it. I
alienated
get it.
everybody. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
so,
get it.
but that
I
was
get it.
Kurt's choice. That wasn't,
It
like I
was.
said, you got a whole bunch of first year inexperienced coaches. So I
Mm-hmm.
can't say that she don't have experience because you got Lynn from LA. You have the coach from overseas for Connecticut. I can't think of his name. I'm sorry. So you have
Oh,
some
I know what you're talking
inexperience.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and
his problem is,
and the other
huh?
thing, Miss D,
Right.
is
Uh-huh.
Nola. We saw a progression with Nola,
Yeah,
right?
she
Right.
Like,
definitely
yeah,
Right.
she
progressed.
was
She
Right.
progressed.
there was because we was on her head. I know I was. I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
she
Right.
Yeah, we were.
trash.
I
Get
was
her
ready to
out of
cut her
there.
head, her
Yes,
fingers,
Right.
and her toes off.
yes,
Right. So you
But you
see the
notice,
progression,
everything.
but
We were
we
on
haven't
Nova.
seen the same with Chris. And then when we
right,
look at other coaches, to your point, Miss D, you have other experienced coaches, but look, inexperienced coaches, or at least at the W level,
right,
right?
right,
Mm-hmm,
right,
And you mentioned Lynn for the LA Sparks, so she's a collegiate coach. She comes to the W.
right.
You have the coach for and in Atlanta. He came from the collegiate level, and he seems to be
Exactly.
doing really well. So I think it's part your ability to navigate
to
through
adapt.
the
Yeah.
system.
Hmm.
And you have to, whatever your experience was prior to becoming a head coach, there's going to be something that you're going to be required to adapt, adjust, and evolve, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you look
Wholeheartedly.
at Lynn is doing well, but she's doing better. So if we talk about head coaches, Lisa Trammell in Dallas, a lot of people
Right.
dogged her out as a head coach for Dallas. But now they done picked her up and
Mhm.
hired her as a consultant, and she got them ladies together.
She
Exactly.
definitely got them together. I
So
like it.
sometimes
I
you
like it.
might do well in a better, you might do better in a different role.
But you know what
Hmm.
it is? She'll do great because I think
Mm-hmm.
the team is going younger, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you can mold younger players. I don't think
Hmm.
Enrique will gonna be there short term. Now
Mm-hmm.
Paige is she's like Angel. She will speak up and speak out, but at the same time, she's still young, and sometimes even an inexperienced coach do well with younger players. So the team is going younger. So it's just so wrong with giving her a chance. The problem last year, of course, Angel is still kind of a rookie, but most of the team for the roles, a lot of the team was veterans. So of course she had to kind of adjust to that. But I think she'll do good in Dallas because they're going younger. So,
Continue to sell me, but it's not.
well, I'm just
I'm
saying.
not
Hey,
buying
And
it.
we're not
look,
saying
let
she's
me
a
tell you
better
something.
coach.
I think she
This
can
is
mold. I
not
think
a
she can mold
NOLA
young players.
campaign stream.
No.
Yes, it's not. But I get, I do, I totally get both
So,
of
Go
you
ahead.
have
Go ahead,
very valid
ADP.
Nola,
points. I get it.
of
She
all
has
people,
grown. I get it.
ADP,
I
NOLA,
get it.
NOLA, NOLA.
I got it.
Nola, Nola, Nola.
I got it.
Yeah.
You have great valid points.
and we got to
Valid,
deal her
valid.
again. So, whew,
Hey y'all, who we gonna get to the next
whew.
topic? But hey, I need y'all, if y'all up in here, hit the like button. I ain't checked my likes yet.
You
I'm
better
telling
hit that
y'all
like
before I
button.
check it. Hit
You
the
got
like
12
button.
likes, and
Look,
that is sad.
if I go
Sad.
over there and got 12 likes, I'm just gonna hit end stream. I ain't got time for
Yeah,
y'all.
you got 12
Listen,
likes.
y'all, that's
Girl,
what
I
I
think I
see. Now,
got
y'all
likes.
better come on and quit playing. Like, hit the
It
like
ain't
Hit
that
button
what
on
you
the
these
see?
like
on these
button.
channels. Come on now, quit playing.
Please stop playing. We're gonna get to the next topic. We're gonna talk a little bit about our favorite organization. We gonna talk
71.
the favorite one. We go Chicago Sky is putting on what they call Nigerian night.
Mm-hmm.
Um on August 19th, they're gonna play against the Seattle Storm. Both teams have Nigerian athletes on it. On our team,
Mm-hmm.
Chicago Sky has E. Will and Michaela Onyewere. One of our coaches, Raina, she just went back to back in the African League and won another title. And then I think over
Man.
there on the Seattle
Yep,
Storm,
she did.
I know for sure NECA is Nigerian. Who else is over there? L? Is it just NECA?
In Seattle, I
Oh,
believe
for
Yeah,
so.
Seattle?
Yeah.
I think it's just
Yeah.
NECA. So they're
Yeah.
gonna they
Uh-huh.
that night they're gonna have a DJ set. fashion contests,
That
giveaways,
tall kid that they
special guests.
is she
That's
not Nigerian?
huh?
That
Who?
Huh?
19 who they have that 19 in Seattle.
Oh, you talking about Ezzy? I'm not sure. Are you?
Who is
Oh
she?
Ezzy is
no, you
from
know you said
no.
Malanga. I thought
Miss
Malonga.
Emo
Malanga.
E
Okay.
will.
There, no, Malanga is Parisian. She's from
Okay,
Paris.
she's Parisian.
Ezzy is
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Australian. Ezzy is from
yeah.
Australia.
Australia.
Oh
Gotcha.
yeah,
But I don't know
Australia.
if their heritage is Nigerian, though. I'm
Right,
not
right,
sure
right, right.
about that.
I
Yeah.
know for sure
Yeah,
NECA.
they don't play about that.
Well, I know. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's why
Yeah, don't make that
They
mistake.
don't play about that.
please,
You got you
please
either
don't mix
ask
it
or
up.
get it
You'll
right.
have
They
all
don't.
kind of people in your comments. Don't do it.
No, I know
Yeah.
for sure NECA, E
I
Will,
know Neca is.
And
I
Michaela
know Neca since
Onyewery.
he was
I know
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
grade.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I like that. I like that the Chicago Sky are leaning into the cultural nights.
Mhm.
You know, trying to do some theme nights. I want to know you guys' take on it. Do you think this is a good thing that a lot of teams need to incorporate because they talk about growing the game go globally. A lot of these players come are starting to come from overseas and play in the W. So I think it's a good thing, but the WNBA got to do more nights like this. I would think. I'll let Elle go first. What you think, Elle? You like it or you?
I absolutely love it. I love
Okay.
it. I think it's necessary, and I know we'll get into some of the other stuff.
Oh, Ezzy is Nigerian. They say.
She is Nigerian.
Okay.
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 Um, yeah, Ewo is Nigerian. She's not Jamaican.
Yeah,
So
she's
I don't want to put
Nigerian.
the cart before the horse, but I will say more teams need to be doing this. And while I'm excited that the Sky is doing this, I think that it's a mishap that they didn't do something else first, which we'll get into shortly.
Right.
I've
Yes.
already seen a couple people drop
Right.
it in the chat, but we'll
Yeah,
get
we
into
gonna get
that
to it,
shortly.
chat.
Yeah, so just hold tight.
You said that.
But I will I love it, but this is this is what I will say is again my marketing, my branding and marketing and media hat is on. I ain't giving you people all this free game. I'm talking to these organizations now. But if you don't take full advantage of this opportunity to expand, like no other organization that I know of in the W has three Nigerian representatives on the team, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's coaching or players, right? So you just said
Mhm.
Rena is one, which by the way, she is a championship title carrying coach. Her team
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
won over in the Afro basket, I believe is what it's
Back to
called.
back champions in FIBA.
Back to
Yeah.
back championships. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you have players like Nigerian,
Right.
Michaela and E Will, who are very proud of their heritage. Um, and as they should be. So it's a huge opportunity for them, but I don't have a whole lot of faith in the Chicago Sky organization because I think they are going to fumble this opportunity just like they did with Barbie Night. I gave some examples of how they could have, without
Yes.
spending any more money, how they could have really leveraged Barbie Night to
Mhm.
bring in an entirely new fan base and really create an experience for their existing fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with Nigerian Night, if I don't see the likes of one of these three people, I know they're not serious. Tim's,
Mm-hmm.
T was Savage, or Wiz Kid
Mhm.
as the halftime performance, they not serious.
I got you.
You got three of the biggest
Absolutely.
Nigerian music stars. If you don't get one of them to perform at halftime, you have dropped the ball significantly. If you don't have brand activations that are immersive and include Nigerian culture from the garb to, they're I forget what they call it, and my aunt would kill me if she heard me say this because we have Nigerian in our family, but
Right,
but
right.
it's the and somebody help me. What's the head garb that they wear? If you don't really lean into the culture and have even the food, you got to have the music, you have to have the food, you've got to create an experience. It's not enough just to say this is insert whatever culture night and then you only honor the players or the coaches that are in your organization that represent that culture, and that's it, and you think that's it, that's not gonna fly, not for me, and it's going to fail miserably if, and that's a big if, part of their goal is to expand their brand awareness and visibility on a global level. Now you already you got you got superstars on that team. You got one of the most popular athletes, period, in Angel Reese. Now you've got, and you have people over in Ghana who love her. There's a whole page dedicated to Angel Reese, and it's Angel Reese Ghana updates or something like that.
I
That's
know.
the name of it. You know what I'm saying? So
Interesting. Wow.
you have this global opportunity to reach more people and impact them, but I don't have faith that they wouldn't even sign people. So I don't really when they need is it Gelly, Tiffy and Co? Thank you. I think I'm probably mispronouncing it,
Big
Gelly.
girl say they gonna
But
get Shaggy. It wasn't me.
they gonna have some jollof rice, right? We need some plantains. We need some. You need to
Stop,
create an
big girl.
experience centered around the culture, and I just don't
Exactly.
believe that the likes of Michael Alter and Nadia might be Nigerian. I'm not really sure about her background and how that whole idea came about, but they have a perfect opportunity to blow this out of the water and set the standard for other organizations, but I don't have faith that they're gonna do it.
So you
Mm,
looking for an authentic connection,
Correct.
yes.
expand their fan base, and
Correct.
Yes.
also do some media and social buzz to bring people in to the organization and celebrate them organically.
Correct. And
Hmm.
they're already failing at the last one, Keisha, because we just
Uh-huh.
talked about, when is the date? August 19th.
It is.
Today is August 11th. That's 8 days away. And they've only made one post. They've only marketed or promoted it once. They're not promoting it in games. They're not promoting it on social media. I don't
Mm.
even really see their players or their coach promoting it. They posted it once and that was it. So
All
I can't
right.
take them serious. When you have something so massive, you don't get to post one picture, one image once. Why didn't they do an entire, they could have done a short documentary mini series leading up to this where they follow Michaela, or maybe interview Michaela's parents, right? Or get E Will's brother, get Coach Raina, and talking about the culture, like build the anticipation for what this is going to be. They didn't do any of that. They didn't do any
Right.
storytelling at all. They just created a graphic, put it out there, and said, "There you go."
Yeah, that allows the fans to kind of feel more in tune and understand
Mhm.
them more. So yeah, wow.
Or at least learn. Look, at least educate the fan base, and then bring other fans into that culture. It's a lot of stuff people just don't know about the culture
Right.
and can learn from that night. What you got on this, Miss D?
Well, they got a chance to learn what not to do with the Barbie night, like Elle said. So yeah, t-shirts. How
Uh-huh.
about having programs with the facts about Nigeria?
Hmm.
Food. For the food court, they can have some Nigerian dishes. And then I don't know the Afrobeat stars, but yeah, bring in the Afrobeat stars. But who is a marketing person? Because like I said, the Barbie was a disaster. It was very plain. It was plain Jane. So yeah, they had to step it up, and hopefully they will do that with that. You know, t-shirts, the food, having like a memento for the fans, like a gift basket, telling them about Nigeria, so stuff like that.
I think if they would do it right, I mean, they can attract more corporate
Right,
partners. I mean, I just think, and they can use these ladies as cultural ambassadors, because
right,
it's not just about what's going on in the United States. They can actually sell them globally, but like I'm with Elle a little bit. I don't know if they are fully committed to pulling this night off. I hope they are. It's a great
No.
concept. I like the concept. I like it. but if you made one post, uh,
That's wrong. It's gonna
yeah,
be oof.
That's
That's all
marketing.
I can say. Oof. I'm
one
just,
one post ADP. What you think? You need to go down there and get a job. What the?
Yeah,
I
I
can do
think
that
so.
from
I think
home.
that they didn't market it right. They just, and to me, I don't like it because you don't play with people's culture. One thing
no.
about Nigerians, you say you're holding something and you want them to be a part, they will come. They love for you to eat their food and taste their food. They love
Mhm.
it. So why not they should have did like a taste testing night, a music celebration within that same, like a theme week for these
Mm-hmm.
ladies or whatever. Not just no post and say, here you go, and we're gonna do it on this night. No advertising, no nothing. And then, okay, we can't talk about that right now. But um I just don't like, I love the idea, but I don't like the people behind the idea, because you
Mm-hmm.
just don't play with people's culture like that. Everything is not about money. Like you said, why not have, certain foods? Why not have t-shirts? Why not have, the music? Why not have the commercials? Why not have the videos? Why not have the artists come? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and usually when we celebrate stuff, we do it for the whole month, or at least a week of it, and then throw in a game or throw in the party or whatever the case may be. They only want us to celebrate this one day. They could have did something for the kids, like, oh my gosh,
So
like
you
it's
saying the Chicago Sky gonna have a table set up that you can just come to in the middle in front of the arena, and that's gonna be it? Is that what you're saying, ADP?
yeah, that's probably what they're gonna have.
And let me say this, Reginald, you are a part of the problem. We're not just talk. We know that this is not a cooking show. Don't be facetious. Don't be disingenuous. We know what the heck we're talking about. And we're talking about a professional
You're facetious.
basketball
Stop it.
organization
Do it.
hosting a Nigerian night. And we're talking about different ways that they can really nail it to help expand their reach. If you are only focused on the one thing, the basketball, you're going to lose people. That's why
Mm-hmm.
Angel Reese is so successful. People love her not simply because she's a basketball player, but
Mm-hmm.
because she has mastered what personal branding is and having a diverse personal brand. So she has
Yeah,
people who don't even have any interest in basketball who are fans of hers,
that's
but
right.
she leverages her platform for that. So don't be disingenuous. You always want to come in here and start, listen, be on your best behavior and I'll be on mine.
I hear you.
Right, come on, Reginald. I mean, like Michael Jordan.
Uh-huh.
People don't even know Michael Jordan was a basketball player. You know, the Jordans, people want the Jordans. Kobe Bryant had a reach outside of basketball. So sometimes it's not about basketball. LeBron
Mm-hmm.
has a reach outside of basketball.
He has a
But
global reach.
exactly. So,
Global
but let's
reach.
get back to the ambassador. Elijah is a Nigerian. He's an ambassador, and then the late great McKinley Mutombo was an ambassador. So that'd be a good idea to make E. Will and Michaela ambassadors
Mm-hmm.
for the
Mm-hmm.
WNBA. So yeah,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's more than
I,
about
I
about
I think it's a great thing to bridge that gap, but because being an ambassador can bring so many more eyes to the game. Taking the
Mm-hmm.
game global has never been a bad thing. The NBA went global and they never looked back. The
Yeah,
WNBA needs to embrace it because a
Yeah.
lot of their ladies still to this day play over there,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a lot of global we have a lot of overseas players that come here and play. So that's the way that business needs to go. So some people are just short-sighted there. You have to just ignore that in the chat.
No,
But I will
I call it out because ignorance is like you have people who say things and they go unchecked and then they go in other spaces and they regurgitate it. That's
I
part of the
agree.
problem, is not,
yeah.
call a thing and then keep it
Yeah.
moving.
Well, guess what? We about to complain some more, Reginald. I need to know from the ladies. Now, Camila Cardoso is a supposedly a cornerstone of your franchise, and
Mm.
she is a I mean, she's Brazil's um kid.
Big
They promote her heavily over there. We haven't had a Hispanic cultural night in the 2 seasons that she's been with the Sky, unless I missed it. Y'all let me know. But I don't remember a Hispanic cultural night with Camila Cardoso, and I know they have those communities there in Chicago.
Mhm.
So I want to get y'all take on that. What was? I get that Angel got Barbie night. That's her thing. That's her brand. I get it. But Camila Cardoso is also supposed to be a cornerstone, and the population of Hispanics is a pretty big group.
And
So I'm
not just
trying to,
Hispanics, but Portuguese. Brazilians
yeah.
primarily are Portuguese. So
Yeah,
they missing the
Portuguese.
mark.
So why are we
Yeah,
not? Why are we not?
they definitely are.
What you think the Sky is too much for them? They can't do Nigerian night and Brazilian night or
They
Well,
need
what's
fired
this is
Keisha,
what
it's
I
not
was
about
alluding to in the
it's not
beginning
about the
is
players or the culture when it comes to this guy.
yeah, it's great that they're doing a cultural night, but as I alluded to in the beginning of my comment about Nigerian night is that I think it's a slap in the face to Camilla.
Yes.
On the one hand, right, like we're talking about Nigerian night, and yes, we
Hmm.
have a new assistant coach who is of Nigerian heritage, but then you have two Nigerian players on the team who are veterans, so maybe this is their just due, and hopefully we'll eventually see if Camilla stays, they'll do
yeah.
something to honor her. My thing is, you had, whether you're talking about, no, Brazilians are not considered Hispanic. That's why we said what we said about being Portuguese. But nonetheless, you
Latino.
have
I
a
look. I
huge
can't
population,
look.
Latino, like, right.
Latino.
Um,
I'm sorry, y'all. Latino. Look, let me tell y'all
la-
something. Y'all leave me alone.
right.
My children are half
So,
Panamanian, so
we
y'all
know what
just
you
go
mean. We
sit
know what you
down.
right,
mean.
exactly. And so they have already had an opportunity to honor Camilla and they didn't. And that's why I feel like it's a slap in the face, right? Whether it's,
Somebody said they had
Latino,
Latino Heritage Night. When did they have that? In September. I,
we missed that. It wasn't
I
talked about.
It's about the NBA, not the because I don't
Oh,
think the
okay.
WNBA got
Okay.
it. Yeah, they got that.
Yeah. So
yeah, I don't
Latin,
remember W doing that. Did
yeah,
they do
No, they
that?
don't
Latin,
have that. They don't have
Portuguese,
that.
Hispanic, whatever you want to call it, they missed the mark when they did not do something to honor, like you said, Keisha, one of their cornerstones of the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, look, and then I got people in my kids' family. You start talking about Latinx, they be like, "No, don't come over here with that mess. I ain't no." So hey, y'all,
Get it
Latino,
right.
Latino, this, that, the. I'm just wondering why they haven't done anything for her.
and,
And I'm
and you
wondering.
look at Chicago
Now,
as a
Alyssa B
city,
said she was at the Latin night game last year. Did
and
Okay.
she said they honored Cardoso last year. Where, like, we
Okay.
didn't see it.
All right. I see
when
it.
did they honor her?
See, no
If you can
advertising, no
share something
marketing.
with us, yeah.
I went and Googled it and I couldn't find it.
It's again, it's a piss poor organization. We're not talking about
Right.
Minnesota, right? Or Connecticut. We're not talking about a geographical area that has a smaller population or maybe not as doesn't have as a diverse population that Chicago does. Chicago is a hub, it's a major city and it's a melting pot just like New York City.
Okay, on September 15th, they had Hispanic and Latin X Heritage Night to round out the regular season in conjunction with fan appreciation. Will receive artist design T-shirt and a team poster. This thing is this thing didn't say nothing about no Camila Cardoso.
Mhm. But they will promote heavily Pride Month, and if that's your thing, cool. But then if you're going to focus on different groups, why not do that consistently across the board?
Unless she's one of those players that don't want to be featured. You think maybe it's Camilla?
There's always the possibility. I mean,
I doubt it. Yeah, it's just them.
but I don't see that. I don't see her shying away from being elevated and celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know. We don't know. This is our take on
Mm-hmm.
what they could be doing. Maybe there's a you know
Going to put that resume in over there, L.
Yeah, because Big Girl was
listen,
like, "Do you think
Right.
Camilla would
let me tell
even?
you something,
Do
Sister
you
Tony.
think Camilla would even participate? She's not a people person. I don't think it has to do with really
But why?
being a people person for them to celebrate her heritage, though.
Yeah,
But
right.
where did we get this idea that she's not a people person, though?
You just
I
shy.
thought she was very
Right.
personable.
She's
I
very
mean,
first. She
Me
seems like
too.
down to earth.
like
Very
I
down to earth.
tell this
Yeah,
story
she's
all
just
the
nice.
time. That woman came up to my sister and took pictures like she knew her.
Mm-hmm.
So and she always interacting with the fans before the games, taking pictures, signing posters. She
Yep.
doesn't seem like the type of person that runs. I mean, because all you
Yeah,
would have to do is, I, what is really required of you for you to celebrate that. I don't know
that
how you had
heritage.
a night. How you have the night and don't celebrate her.
Right.
I don't. I
Right.
Yeah,
don't. I don't
yeah.
know how that works.
hmm I mean, she doesn't. I don't think that she's not a people person. I think that she has a tendency to be shy.
She's very
Mm-hmm.
shy. That's the
And
word.
part of that may have to do with she's in a different place, right? She's not home.
Yeah,
And
for
even though
sure.
she's been here for a while, there's still that language. Like sometimes when you hear her talk,
Miss
you
B, I
have to
told you.
listen closely to be able to understand her because she still has a very thick accent, right? And maybe that's something that she's self-conscious of, but I don't want us to get into this painting someone to be something that they're not when we have no evidence of them being that way.
Mhm.
And you make a great point, Tracy, about Pride Month not being specific to a player but across the league. My point still stands, though, is that you have a lot of players of different nationalities, and the W as a whole, and these teams need to do a better job of celebrating and honoring their players and their culture and their heritage. If the goal, one, is to have a player excited about playing for your organization, but two, also to continue to elevate and increase your reach and your visibility. When those things happen, the money comes. Everybody keeps talking about the
Mhm.
W is broke, which we've already disproven that they're not. Like
That they're not. Exactly.
they're not.
They're not.
Okay.
Not at
Not
all.
in the way that people are trying to make it. Maybe in comparison to some other league, I don't know. But my point remains is anytime you want to grow anything, whether it's a sport, a business, an organization, a product, or a service, you have to be intentional with how you position those things, how you market them, how you increase the awareness that it even exists to people
Mm-hmm.
outside of your immediate community that will already be looking for you. Like if I'm looking for a perfume that's vegan. Keisha, I might know about it, right? Because that's what I'm looking for. But Keisha might not know about it, but then she'll be like, well, Elle, you smell good, girl. What you got on? And now I'm
Right.
introducing her to something that she may not have even been on her radar. That's
Mhm.
called brand awareness and marketing by mouth. And these organizations, just the W as a whole, I'll just start there. They don't do a good job.
No, they
They
don't.
just don't do a good job of expanding their reach, which makes me think they're just not serious about growing the league as a whole. Some people are just okay with the status quo.
You
I'm just
see the smiles on players' faces like Kiki and those others, right?
Right.
Kiki for draft night, right? She
hmm
wore one of her pieces. Then going into the All Star or another piece.
she
Those
did.
things big to those ladies. And if you can celebrate them in any way, form, or fashion, I say do it. That's where Kathy would flourish, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she thought for a moment outside the box. You want to make more money? You want to be that cultural icon? You want to be the big person? Do that.
Mm-hmm.
Enlighten the league on that.
Like,
But you talking about dollars? That's dollars. She's a dollar person.
Mm-hmm.
well, I would say representation always matters to me, and I think it's a great thing to tell the story of to tell these stories in the WNBA of players like Camilla who have to leave their countries and come over here
Yep.
and know no one, and the
14.
journey from high school to college to the pros. I just think you can lean into that a little bit more and grow the game globally, because there's a lot of little girls that are over there having the same type of dream. So
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
I just think it's just a missed opportunity for me.
Right.
But hey, if y'all only worry about if she outgoing or not, I don't know too many people that don't want to be celebrated. But I got y'all.
Right.
You know, you know, because her story is unique.
It's
Because
very
she is
unique.
she is here by herself, trying to make this
Yep.
American lifestyle
Yep.
work.
Yep.
So I don't know,
Exactly.
y'all. Go ahead, ATP.
No, I was just saying, yeah, it wasn't easy for her to do that coming over here at 14 and adjusting to a different culture and having to leave her, family back over there. But I think, for me, I had Brazilian students. So one thing about them, the same thing, they celebrate. You tell them to show up, you tell them to look, we're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a party all night long. The food is good. Like you get the variety of the food. You party. I went to a this was the kid's birthday party. I went to the birthday party. She said, "Oh no, Miss Alicia, come over here." They had steak. They had everything. And then she had to tell me it's about 12:01. Miss Alicia, you probably won't go ahead and go home because we're gonna be up all
Yeah,
night. So
yeah,
I'm just
man.
saying, like when you come to different cultures and especially Brazilians, they come together and they throw down, and they are people, like they people person, like they love people.
Hmm.
So you say, hey, we're gonna do this for Camilla, man, it would have been big. They would have showed up and showed out, but they didn't even try. They didn't even put nothing forth for her. So you want me
It's
to play over here, but you don't want to respect my culture. You don't want to, you don't want to appreciate me or bring us together to sell. Not just me, it's other people in the league that are from Brazil.
yeah, Dantes is from the Fever.
So it's like
Hmm.
I don't like them playing with their cultures, Keisha, guys. I feel like they playing with it. If you're gonna do something like that, okay, announce it, make it happen, do the marketing, do it for all cultures, or
Hmm.
whatever. But they're not doing that. Like I said, the WNBA to me, they do not care about these players. They just
Mm.
don't.
Well, I mean, we trying to make them care, but we get told we complaining. So
Yeah, the fans, look, I know, right? Are we too emotional? No, we keeping it real. You can keep it real and be emotional too. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I can be emotional, but I can be hardcore at the same time, especially when it comes to the mistreatment of people. That's one thing I don't play. I don't care if you like me or you don't. If you're being mistreated, I don't like it, and I'm gonna speak up.
yeah.
And it's
I,
just like, why do the women have to get the bare minimum? Right? Like if they're going out there and putting
Yeah.
a good product on the
Oh.
floor, why is it okay to some people that women get the bare minimum? And this idea that women are too emotional, that they can't think logically and formulate sound opinions and perspectives, is that's like stone age type thinking. I don't know what y'all be thinking.
Hmm.
When somebody has an opinion doesn't mean that they're complaining. I don't have to like everything,
right.
and none of us do, whether you're a male or female. And you have the freedom to express what you like and what you don't like. My hope is that it's always done in a productive way, because if you just
Hmm.
complaining and going on and on and on and you're not offering any solutions, when we get up here and we talk, we don't just talk about the issue that we see or the
Right.
challenge that we see. We
Right.
talk about it, we provide perspective, but we also offer up solutions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me
I'm
say
gonna get
this.
off my high horse one day.
I don't mean to cut you off. Hey, Tula, you better leave my mic alone.
When she said that Travis Scott, I
I
said,
saw
"Oh,
that. You got the auto tune. I thought it was your, you know what I thought it was? Your soundboard. Sometimes the soundboards make the noise. I was using ADP.
No,
I got a little different
it's
sounds.
the adjustment on it. I can fix it. I
Yeah.
need
she just got to
Yeah.
probably
it on
turn
there on
down her
purpose.
trouble or something.
Yeah.
She'll be all
Yeah.
right.
But I want to say this.
Look,
So
we just getting into this. Y'all let
There
us
we go.
be.
I
Is that
know.
better? I
But
took
let me
it.
say this. So Brazil, I don't know why they're not capitalizing on it. Brazil is a very good Olympic team. They have good professional leagues. So
They love it.
they're
They
very
love
know
their
they know
basketball.
they love
They
basketball,
do.
women's and
They
men's.
do.
So I don't
Soccer,
understand why
soccer
they do
too.
that. Now Nigeria and Africa is coming along. Of course, like I said, you have Elijah Wan, the other Nigerian
Mhm.
people that play in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have to do a better job of marketing. We'll see how it turn out.
Yeah.
Learn from the Barbie. I
Please
hope.
call
I
LWNBA.
hope.
Please.
Right. I hope the sky.
All
The
she need to do is
sky.
go apply for a job. I don't know why she
listen,
over there
I keep y'all
playing.
Well,
keep talking about apply for a job. I can't be their employee. They gonna have to pay my consultant fee."
well, that's true.
They
Yeah.
need to pay it, L, because they need help. They need help.
They jumping on Tony. Uh, you know what that made me think of? That song "Buy You a Drink" by T Pain. You talking about the
I
T
know.
Pain song?
I know.
and
That's
T
a very good time. Like, yeah, I
and T
like the
Pain
auto
on
tune.
too.
I, look, I done
Well,
took it
buy
off.
you a
Okay, I
drink.
done took it off. I done took it off.
Wait,
Took
why
Oh,
it
it's just
What
an
did
off.
you
echo.
say
You know
put
what it
the
is?
voice
know
don't
the
match the
code.
face?
Right, but you know what it is? Just an echo. Sometimes the mics do that. I don't know why I do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, mine
yeah.
do it sometimes.
I wanted
Leave
to make
Tony
sure I had it
alone,
on.
y'all. She up here
There we go.
representing. Leave her alone. Let her be.
Let
Yeah,
us
y'all better
be.
leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Now then you gonna make it worse, Tony, because you just
Right.
sound just
She
We're
over
gonna go
there.
play back and start
No,
laughing
I
at
know it's all in
anyway.
fun.
That's so
Let's go.
funny.
Let's hit it. Let's hit it.
big
I'm gonna
girl. Y'all hear
T-pain it. I'm
Buju
gonna
Banton
T-pain it
is
all the way
Jamaican.
through.
He's not Nigerian, I don't think.
Who? What
But
she
Buju
I
say?
know why
Banton.
she's saying. I know why she's saying that because they do a lot of shows together. Like the new. Well, she's not a new artist, but Molly, Shake It to the Max.
Mm-hmm.
She loves to do combinations with people from Jamaica or whatever, and she's from. I think she's from Ghana.
Look, Tiwa Savage just dropped a new song.
Oh, really?
Perfect
Oh,
person to have do the halftime show.
For
we'll see.
Perfect person.
Nigerian night?
Yeah.
We'll
Hmm.
see
Yeah,
what the sky
Burner
listening
Boy.
to.
What Burner Boy up to?
Burner Boy might, is he still hanging out with Chloe? Or is he
I don't
I
What
don't
think
about
know.
so.
what about
I think that's
Shabuzi?
been
What's his
done.
name? Shabuzi? What about Shabuzi?
Stephen done told me
Ah.
he a mama's boy. Let me hush.
Oh yeah.
What?
all I
Sorry.
know is this, WNBA. Y'all better capitalize while the iron is hot. That's all
Exactly.
I can tell you. You're leaving the church's money on the table. That's all I'm telling you.
Well, and
Rival
Keisha,
advertising year round. Rival got this, that. They came out with another. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm crying because I missed them.
You want
and,
Exactly.
and
to look, it's nothing like having a community behind you. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Right.
Exactly.
Once a community rock with you,
You good.
they lock, stock, and barrel. So that's why
Yep.
you need to get this right, WNBA.
especially
Exactly.
if they see you treating the person or group of people or community that represent, excuse me, that they feel represents them. If they
Mhm.
see you treating them
Yes.
well,
Yep.
oh, you got them locked in.
You sure
Right.
do.
You've got them locked in. But Keisha, I'm glad that you said you just said something. Dang, I lost my train of thought. What did you
Yeah.
say right before that? It wasn't, you didn't say pay them. You just said something else and it sparked a thought. Girl, you
What I
didn't.
say? You know, I
This is
saying
bad.
I be
This
saying a lot of stuff.
This is
I did
bad.
say
This
something
is
about
bad.
the getting that community to be lock and step with you.
Get, get the community to be lock and step, but it was something you said right before that. Maybe it'll come back to me. But you
Yeah.
know, they have an opportunity to do something well. Um, and I don't have faith that they're gonna do it. And I'm an optimist. I'm a glass half full, almost full type of person. That's how I see
Mhm.
things. But if we're talking about this organization, the Sky organization, I don't have much expectation for them when they let the trade deadline pass and not bring in some help. Whatever you said, the thought that it sparked was
Mm.
getting getting these women some help, like bringing in more people. Girl, Keisha, what did you say? I done lost my train of thought again. That's bad, y'all. This is happening
I
on
look. I will look. I will say
live
this.
television.
Look,
Live,
I
live,
would. I would
live.
tell you this: the W have put all their eggs in that rivalry basket,
In that rivalry, and that rivalry just
and
did not pan out.
they are not seeing all the other little baskets that surrounding the W. They just and the rivalry didn't pan out because you put 5 games on TV. Both
Mm-hmm.
stars are hurt.
Mm-hmm.
One star's team is dumpster juice.
Mm-hmm.
The other star hadn't stayed on the court. So now it's almost like watching you be feeling sad when you see it.
Yeah.
And now the other rivalries that's going on, you didn't really promote them because you had all your eggs in that one basket. Like the Lynx and the Liberty, that
Mm-hmm.
rivalry should have been promoted because they were in the finals the year prior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. Yeah.
didn't promote that. You didn't promote the Aces and the Storm with Jewel Lord over there on the Aces and
There's
Right.
so much other good
tell it. There's a
basketball.
lot of stuff going on. You ain't
They
you.
didn't promote
Nah,
that, but they wanted to promote this manufactured rivalry
It
between
is.
CC and Angel for months, like for a full season, and
Mm-hmm.
then coming into this season. But then the real rivalries, or what should be considered rivalries, you don't want to promote that. And that brings me back to now. I remember you said something about getting them engaged while you have the opportunity, strike while the iron is hot.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
And
did say
people
that.
are already starting to lose interest if we're going back to our original topic and talking about the injuries. We have so many players who have large fan bases who are injured. And so people are not what, like, I will be honest, I love the W. Now part of it is because I've just been in a busy season, but even then I'll still like maybe have the game up on my phone or something like that. But I haven't for the past week really watched any games. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them are not excited. Like you're starting for whatever reason, a number of reasons. Maybe it's because their favorite player is injured and not playing right now, but
Mm-hmm.
they're already starting to lose some views, some viewership for some of these games. Not all of them, some of them. And so I just don't think that, given Kathy's background, and yes, she is the commissioner, I don't know how much say she has in the marketing aspect, or honestly who is at the helm of leadership when it comes to marketing for the W. But
Mm-hmm.
they fail miserably. I have both worked for as an employee and consulted for um, big brands like Limited Brands and Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works and pharmaceutical big pharma companies. And I've never seen an organization that big not do well with marketing. It's almost non-existent.
wow.
Well,
Well, we'll see.
look,
We'll see.
I,
They got to figure out something.
you didn't drop the mic. I don't.
Yeah, we shall see. That was big.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. They might need a shift in leadership, but they're not going to do that because I've had this conversation before. Kathy Engelbert is going to get credit for the explosion of the WNBA, whether you believe that or not. And so the owners are going to be like, why do I get rid of an executive that brought in corporate dollars and then we exploded the next couple of years under her tenure? So I think I said all that to say I think Kathy's gonna be around for a while
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes.
she, even though it was something that happened probably that had nothing to do with the W, but she's gonna get credit for that rivalry that started in college and spilled over into the W. She's gonna get
Mm-hmm.
credit for the growth because it happened under her tenure.
Right. Right.
Right. Yeah. Right. She don't get the credit, even though she don't deserve it. And you know what? She's the upper echelon of Tyler Marsh. She's a yes person. So she's not really. She's commissioner on paper, but I think she's a puppet for the NBA. And
Mm,
so that's how I feel about her. So that's why
mm-hmm.
she can't really do anything, or she pretends that she don't care because she really had no control. She's just a figurehead. So yeah, she'll still be there and get credit. Take credit for Angel and Cece, even though she's not doing anything else. You just promoting
Mm-hmm.
Cece, and it's so many great performances. Like you got Asia Wilson. She always been good, but the last 5 years or 4 years with her has been explosive.
Mm-hmm.
You have Fee, you have Stewie, you have
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina, their popularity, but no, you don't want to see
Relatable players. Yes.
exactly relatable
Mm-hmm.
with personalities.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you want to focus on CC, and you would never know that the New York Liberty, a big market team, won the WNBA championship because you didn't put them. The rivalry game should have been the Fever. I mean, not Fever. The rivalry game should have been the Liberty and the Lynx. But
Yes.
no, you want to put the Sky and like really, you could have put the Sky as like the second billing. Maybe not
Like
7 games. Maybe give them like 3 games, maybe, and then have the other team, do
to
that.
play somebody 5 times is kind of
Yeah, that's just a
That's
bit
crazy.
much,
Okay.
man. That's crazy. The schedule is just monotonous. I just
Even as a fan of the sport, you don't want to see two teams playing against each other that many times.
Yeah, if it's not the playoffs, you
Yeah.
never want to see somebody play
No.
somebody
like
that many
five
times.
times was.
That's
Yep.
ridiculous, right?
She's chasing the clout. She's chasing the clout, and
If she was
everybody
chasing the
kept talking
cloud,
about
Miss Lee,
right, huh?
if she was chasing, I was saying if she was chasing the clout, she should have did like Unrivaled. She knew Angel and Fee were going at it, so why not bring that into the season
No,
instead of
I
doing
know
the
what you're
Fee?
saying, but she's thinking about CC as the golden goose.
Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
got you. Okay.
You know what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say?
Mm-hmm.
She's the golden child. So she's chasing. That's what I mean. She's chasing her. As
And
far as that, everybody keep talking about the logo threes, and if it wasn't for her, the league is popular because of CC, and so you know,
yeah,
she don't care.
and that's
Yeah.
the point I'm making. The fans made the Angel versus Fee thing a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
The
right.
stud buzz was over there trolling us and all. I mean, all that stuff was going on. That wasn't the league doing that. That was the stud buzz was over there talking about Dubs in the chat.
That's
They
what I'm
was
saying.
doing all
That's what
that.
I'm saying. Look, I was saying she should have did that. Brought it
Yeah.
into the WNBA by
Right.
making them go against more games against the Lynx than the Fever.
Right.
But she came into the season going, no, we're gonna do this thing 5 times. And unfortunately for her, I mean, Cece checked out way before. I mean, she played that first game, but that was it. She didn't play no more
Mm-hmm.
games after
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
now Angel
Yeah.
is hurt, and then Angel's team is such a bad team that it doesn't even really make sense.
Right, right. And T Carmela, yes, the NBA, they do play. They have teams that play each other 5 times. It's inevitable though. They have a much longer season.
82
and
Exactly.
and,
games,
and
yeah.
there's how many teams in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? So um and then they market it well, like there's storylines there. That's what part of what the W is missing, but again, I'm still going to say 5 is too much for this league and the way that it's structured right now. If you can schedule them to play each other 5 times, just expand the season. And to the people who keep saying, well, they got to have more money to expand the season, well, then you don't expand teams until you figure out the scheduling of the current teams that you have.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Scheduling
Yeah.
and park more bodies on each team. It's 12 ain't enough.
Because even if both teams was going to the playoffs, that means they would have played 5 times in the regular season and whatever series they end up in. That could have possibly been if they would have met. I know everybody wants to see them meet to have this rivalry go nuclear, but
Mm-hmm.
I
And it's blown up in their face. So let's take what T Carmela is saying, and I get it. Like, rivalry brings views. It does all these things, but
it does bring
it
in
it,
money. I get it.
it's a horrible rivalry, a manufactured one, right? Like Kathy tried to take what happened at the college level and bring it to the W, and it is failed miserably. It's not working in the way that I think she thought it would. But also, let's just say this is what they wanted. Now you have both of those ladies, and neither one of them are playing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Yeah.
put all your eggs in one basket and you say, okay, we're going to have these two teams, the two rival teams, play each other 5 times, and now you've lost both of your golden gooses due to injury, probably in part due to the way that you've scheduled the games this season. Now you don't have nothing to fall back on. What you going to do now?
I mean,
You
Fee's
going to
not
create a new
playing.
manufactured rivalry in the middle of the season?
Fee
Well, they
not
got the
playing.
players. I mean, Asia's still playing, but she don't want to market her. Asia is tearing it up. Alyssa Thomas is tearing it up, but they don't want to market that.
But
So
guess who don't have no problem marketing her?
who?
Nike.
That's right.
Nike then announced the A1s twos. They didn't made so much money off the A1.
Exactly. And why did WNBA didn't market that? I mean,
They ain't
her
said nothing.
popularity. She got personality, popularity. They try to make it seem like her game boring, and she had no proper personality. Yes, she do.
You are making a choice, Miss D. A choice was made
Exactly.
You're
not to market her because
Exactly.
you cannot say that Asia Wilson don't sell things because she sells merchandise.
She's
Mm-hmm.
in
Oh
Vegas. Vegas. I mean, Vegas and Angel. I mean, Asia. It's not
yeah,
like CC. She's in Indy. Indy is not a big. It's a sports town, but it's not a big city. So you can't market. You mean to tell me you can't market her in Vegas?
of course you can.
I mean, in the way she playing, like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Of course you
Mm-hmm.
can. You just you made a choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at what Alyssa Thomas is having the season of her career right now,
Uh-huh.
and
Nothing.
nothing. Like she has just not broken a record. She's created a new record. She's the
Yep.
only player in the 27-year history, 27 plus year history now, that has a triple double,
Get
3 consecutive
3.
triple doubles.
Mm-hmm. 18. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a choice,
Yep.
you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So but Asia say y'all can keep making that choice. I'm gonna keep selling sneakers. So
She's settled in now, right? I mean,
yeah.
it kind of phased her, a little bit in what was that in 23?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, last year she's like, okay, now she just simply don't care. She has a shoe, she's doing her thing, she's making her money, she got her marketing stuff going. You think she cares? She don't care about none of that stuff.
No.
She's making it work for herself. Kathy, do what you want. She's out shining and doing everything she wants. She has
Right.
all kind of stuff going on for her. Simply because you saying I'm not marketable, she's gonna show you. As most individuals such as herself and Angel and Skylar Diggins and all of those in
Uh-oh, she went out.
Uh-oh.
You lost your sound.
We can't hear you.
can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Okay. Yes, where you tell those ladies no, and they will show you where a yes is possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't worry about those ladies. They're resilient. They've always got it out the mud, and people, as you can see, have always told them no. So, and they're okay with that. They're okay with that because they have a voice, and they know how to use their voice the best suit them. They don't have to sit around and wait for someone to give them something or to praise them for them to shine. They make themselves work for themselves.
Oh yeah, I agree completely. They say we complaining if we just point stuff out,
Yeah.
just pointing it out. I ain't, nobody crying. Just telling you the truth.
Yeah, they'll talk about it for a minute, but after that, you won't hear nothing else from them. Angel talked about it last year. Now you don't hear nothing about it this year.
Right.
And as the years go on, it'll be less and less. Asia talked about it in 23, 24, she got her stuff. 25, you don't hear nothing. Skylar, you heard it in her first year. She got past what she needed to get past her first couple years. Now you don't hear nothing. That's how it is.
Mm-hmm. And Skylar is very marketable. I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
but
I'm gonna tell you that
she ain't
next one.
letting them.
That's a
She ain't,
Plum. Plum's
yeah,
gonna be next. Plum's gonna be next. Plum is loud now, and Plum is gonna be next. In the next 2 years, she's gonna be just that player. You ain't gonna hear nothing from her. She's gonna play, and you ain't gonna hear nothing.
the W man.
So
That's how they so different from the NBA. Because I mean, I say this all the time. Every star on every team, regardless of how small the team is or whatever market they in. The stars on each NBA team. Now, all of them are not equal, but they have some type of starter.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they market because they went to that model where you market the play. They don't so much market the team; they market players on the team. So, I think the W needs to head that way to where I don't care who they anoint. Somebody on each team needs to be anointed so you can move the fan base and the W forward. Because if you
yep,
just anointing one player every season, it's gonna get stagnant again. And that's why you'll see a spurt, like
Mm-hmm.
you was talking about earlier, Tony. You'll see a big spurt, then you'll see it die down.
absolutely.
Because
So I'm
that
gonna say
player at some
this.
point is gonna lose its shine at some point.
Yeah.
So
The one spurt they have right now, they're hoping that that's going to shine for a while, but it's like I said before, it's going to die down because you got those next three classes that's going to be coming in, and you have some talent. Woo,
yes,
got some talent coming in those next three classes, and you see when those three classes come in, and that talent died down, then what? Right?
right.
It's gonna wash out. It ain't gonna die down. It's gonna wash out. Then what? You gotta find the next best avenue.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta find the next person to try to market and shine off and spend off of, and that's just gonna be that. So
I agree.
it ain't gonna last
Right.
forever.
I agree. And then like Juju and even Paige, they kind of gonna drown CC out if CC don't be the golden goose like they want her to be.
Right.
So you know she
You have to capitalize while like we said, while
exactly
the iron
was
is
hot.
hot. Mm-hmm.
But you can still market other players even if Juju come in and you have Paige, but this one player for the
Of,
whole league is not gonna get it. That's why,
of course you
yeah,
can, but
not
they
not
say they
necessarily.
broke, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, as they say.
Anybody know that well, L?
But they got
You
a chance with
marketing,
Juju
you gonna
and
market
other
what
players.
you think is hot.
Yeah. But that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing. That's what I'm saying, Tony. That is true. But there's a lot of other, just because you have this one big bag don't mean you don't have other little bags
You got
that
plenty.
all
That's true.
feed into that big bag.
That's
You
So
true.
got plenty.
because you can have 10 little bags that match up to that one big bag. So
Uh-huh.
why
Mm-hmm.
not get the 10
Mm-hmm.
little bags and the big bag?
It
Mm-hmm.
would work
Well,
for you.
just like you force feeding CC, you can force feed Asia, you can force feed Fee. You force
Mm-hmm.
feeding the CC anyway. but she's not.
And here's the thing, you don't even have to force feed. Like, let the talent lead. That's the
Just let
thing.
it
Right.
It's
lead.
like
Well, they're
you
not doing
have
that. I know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
Asia
Yeah,
just put
yeah.
up what the other night Asia had
30 and
30,
20, 32 and
30,
20.
32
30.
points and
With no
20
credit.
rebounds.
Right.
Yes,
Anyway,
first
Like,
in history.
sick.
that's
She was the first to have a
unheard
thousand
of.
season, 1,000 point season. They still didn't promote it like they
That's
needed to.
unheard of.
Right.
Even with them having a team in Vegas, like I'm not talking about getting into the weeds of like the gambling stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have Angel who had for her podcast, she had a brand partnership with Prize Picks,
Right.
right? You
Yeah.
got a team in Vegas. Why aren't y'all leaning into the Lady Luck messaging? Like what
Right.
it as big as Vegas is for boxing, but take a page out of that book and there's so many opportunities. And again,
Boxing
I
is
ain't
the
gonna keep
game
giving
of
away free
promotion.
game, but it's plenty of opportunities to grow this league in a way that makes them extremely profitable so people can stop with this narrative that they're broke and they can't afford to pay the ladies and all this stuff. It could be, I see multiple ways that if they just shifted some things in how they run this organization, how they market it and their players and really lean, they don't rely on storytelling at all.
Ah, what
It's
is
a
No,
that?
they don't.
forced
They don't.
narrative.
Right.
Storytelling is the one thing, I don't care what industry, what business, what product, what service, what level of experience you have. If you lean into storytelling, it will blow your stuff up. It will create a financial windfall in your business.
Mhm.
And
Remember the
some
guy?
and
I'm
they don't
sorry.
do it. They don't do it.
They don't.
They don't do it.
Remember the guy that was selling the water and nobody knew that he was selling water, and he was getting up in the morning and he put his face in the water and he was running, and then at the end they had to light the water. You know talk about the muscle guy. It was a few months ago, a few months back.
Hmm.
So that was
Hmm.
storytelling, and people didn't know that they like, what is this about? And then at the end they showed the water and people started buying this water. It's like in a blue bottle, glass bottle. You ever see that commercial? I mean, it's on
Mm-mm.
YouTube where he was getting up in the morning, putting his face in this water, but you didn't know it was about the water. What else he was doing? Slapping himself with meat or something. He was doing kind of crazy, but he was marketing water.
Pause.
Oh, yeah, right. So yeah, storytelling is good. Get on your IG, get on YouTube, and tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Even if you market the angel CC thing, tell it in a way that's storytelling.
Hmm.
Not
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah.
You there, ADP?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still here.
Oh, okay.
All I know
I'm
is,
listening.
girl, I
So
know this is the look. This toy. Look, hit the like button.
because we're about to wrap this thing
We
up.
about to wrap this up.
Hit it.
I
Hit it.
gotta look. I'm gonna show
I
one
really want
thing
me to
before
go
we
back to
leave
my
up.
T-Pain sound. Hit it, or I'm gonna go back to my T-Pain.
Mhm. And a special
You
shout
still
out to
there? You still
KSAP.
there, Tony?
A shout out to KSAP for being here to support
Tony, you
us and
still
making
there?
sure that everybody went to our pages, to our channels. Thank you to
Thank
Van
you.
and
Thank
In the
you.
Dark and Wody Mac for showing up on my channel and coming into
Yes.
the
Thank
chat.
you, guys.
Appreciate y'all. Um, the usual suspects: Big Girl, Tulip Plays, T. Carmella, Donna. Man, it's Tracy. Tracy been on it tonight. Y'all have been
Ashley.
showing up. Yes, thank you. Nubian Sage, Tiffy and Co. So many of y'all, thank you. Even Terrence, all of y'all. We appreciate you for being here.
Yeah,
Yes.
we appreciate you a lot. I look. I'm about to we gonna leave on a good note because oh Lord.
What happened?
What happened?
What happened, Keisha? Keisha,
Oh
you
no, baby, I gotta show y'all this. We always gotta leave on a good note. I've been seeing people in the chat talking about the Valkyries got them a new mascot, y'all.
Oh,
Is
did
is
it?
she Ellie
Let's
though?
see. Let's
Is
see.
she Ellie?
I don't know. Let me just share this right because we don't know.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
elephants.
Wait.
Ellie's
Before
shoes is very hard to
I
fill.
love
okay,
elephants.
so hold
Elephants are
on. before you potentially send me into the abyss again of playing this video. One last thing.
Go ahead.
Um, we'll lead with this good news. Your girl has been nominated by J.P. Morgan Chase for their Community Leader Award in the category of Innovative Leader. So hopefully at the event in October, I will be able to come back and tell y'all that I won the award. But I'm just honored to be
Congratulations!
nominated.
Congratulations on the
So proud
nomination.
of
You
All
got it.
right,
you.
You got
yay!
it. Not
You got
if
it.
you got it.
Man,
You got it,
Thank you.
you
man.
say
I
congrats
appreciate
early.
it. I
I
You
promise you're
appreciate it.
not gonna
got
go
it.
in the abyss though.
You promise? Okay.
I promise. I'm so proud of you,
Okay.
El.
Thank
Hold
you. I
on.
appreciate
Just
y'all.
because we crazy and just because this is what happens when you have girl power. I'm sorry, chat. This is what happens. Hold on, y'all. Let me play this.
Ooh, I'm nervous.
I know how.
She ain't run this by me, y'all. So I don't know what she about to play.
Don't, it's frightening.
What the hell?
Gotta be-
See, she's a messy man.
Her name is Violet.
Now, Keisha.
What?
The dinosaur?
I,
Miss D,
girl, who you know? We
we
watching this in
already
real
talked about.
time.
No, we was talking about the mascots for the new team.
We was.
They better have took out Dragon and Dinosaur, Miss D.
I know, right?
Lord, this is
Don't
the
be scared of
longest
me.
drawn out.
Right? I'm like, what is happening?
I know. it's
I'm
so
watching this
long.
with y'all.
Hey, Valkyries! It's time to turn your binoculars towards the
Okay.
light. A gift appeared this week from the skies above the bay to the grounds right here outside at Drive City. Nurtured here inside the great basketball fortress we know as Valhalla. Welcome the newest member of the Valkyries family, a remarkable bird with an iconic hue, a raven unlike any other, Violet!
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Valhalla! She's here! Whoa!
What is that?
Oh
What
my
the
in the world is
bird?
that?
Yeah!
No, no. Why?
Oh my God! Look at those violet feathers!
That's horrible.
Oh my goodness!
Look at her trying to be like Ellie.
Oh my
Look at
gosh,
her.
you are cute.
Look at her.
Oh my gosh! Hi,
Yeah.
Violet!
Like a dinosaur
What in the
birdie
world? How he
combo
stick his
combo
head?
combo. What is that? You know what? Hold on. What's a Valkyrie?
Dad, Miss D, I called a dinosaur
What
girl.
is a
I'm bad, my
Valkyrie?
bad.
Hey, dude. What is a
I
Valkyrie?
thought it was like a Nordic woman
How come they
that
couldn't have
fight.
a why couldn't they couldn't have had that? Why do you gotta have
That's why she came out of
a
eggs. She a
dinosaur
chicken.
as a
That's
dinosaur
what she looked
raven
like.
combination?
That wasn't a
That
chicken
don't match
egg,
the
though.
Valks. That don't match
Well,
the
what kind of
Valkyrie.
egg was?
You should have
Y'all
like
gotta help.
a
Look, y'all help
warrior.
me in the chat.
Where's a
I don't.
warrior woman? That's
I,
horrible.
I,
What is that?
I done seen it all.
I want to see a
she's a
Valkyrie.
raven.
Man, that's
Okay.
not, I
No.
love
No,
elephants.
hold on. This is what it says. In Norse mythology, a Valkyrie is one of a host of female figures who guides souls of the dead to
Yeah,
Odin's hall, Valhalla.
yeah, warrior.
That don't sound good.
Here,
But
this is where the deceased warriors become whatever this word. Listen, they play too much. I can't even.
This is a
And she
raven. They
does
say
have
she's a
wings.
raven.
Well, Valkyrie, a Valkyrie in this picture, this image that I see, they have wings.
The horse
But this
does,
looked
right?
like
a horse with a raven and
no. I'm
it's
looking
like
at a
Bernie.
picture, and
Like a
she's got.
Bernie. Don't I love you?
She's a
You
warrior
love
with
me.
wings coming out of her back. Yes, this is.
I go to stay back or
You know what, Miss D? This Valkyrie picture is a picture of a
What's that?
female warrior with wings coming out of her back. This chick
Okay.
right here look like Miss D said it's a combination of Tweety Bird, Barney, and a
I love you.
dinosaur. Another
You love
dinosaur.
me. They should sing that song.
But
Oh my
Ellie, you got
gosh.
24 hours to respond.
Oh please, she's
Oh,
late.
Ellie
you
ain't
know
worried about
Ellie
that.
responded. You know Ellie
I'm all
responded.
Ellie
holler.
is the
Go to stay back or
elephant. My
Look,
favorite.
look, we about to get out of here, chat. I'm gonna not give it a grade at this time until I understand what's really going on with
What
Violet.
it is.
It's a
What it
mess.
That's horrible. I want to see like
Bernadine,
a
yes,
warrior.
Lord
They should have like a
Jesus.
warrior lady
Mm-mm.
with a sword or something. What is
They
this?
call her Violet the Raven.
You should probably had a feeling too.
Oh,
Everybody trying to mimic Ellie. Boy, Ellie done set a
exactly.
standard.
Ellie then yeah, she's
They
right. She
can't.
did kind of set a standard, but this standard upgrade to Bernie with some feathers.
They
Ellie
I
wrong, but
told
love
this
you.
even
Ellie
Sky
told
messed up
Sky
with
Come on,
better
Violet
come on,
raven.
don't
ADP.
come from
I
me.
love you. You love me.
You know what, Miss D?
I'm a Golden State Valkyrie.
You better stop,
My
Miss
name is
D.
Raven, not Johnson.
I don't know,
That's horrible.
y'all.
Is her
That's
name
horrible.
Raven or Violet?
No, they call her Violet.
Exactly, it's great.
Violet the Raven, the team's first mascot.
Oh Lord.
Violet the Raven.
That's why she was a,
Bernadine
she was
said
a
this
new
is a
Look at that
look.
thing.
That's
Right.
why
Look at
she
that
was a
thing.
new
It do like a
arrival,
chicken. Hey, look at
emerged
that.
from
It
a
do like a
large
chicken.
violet gold speckled egg.
Look at that. You see that?
I
It do
don't know
like
what
big
I'm
word.
looking at. It kind of
Uh,
looks like Mr. Snuffleupagus right here. Then you got Barney.
Chat.
The weight she got on a waist cincher. It's so
Mr.
much
Pickles, man.
Now,
happening.
Tika Miller, Violet being better than Sky is not really a flex.
It's
per
not. It's
se.
not.
exactly. You see,
It's not.
No, she
she's trying
ain't
to get
better
sexy with it.
than Sky.
You
It's
see,
not
she's
a
trying to get
flex.
sexy
She
with
not
it.
better than Sky.
Walking all trying to be like Ellie.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna reserve my
She gonna
grade.
scare the poor kids. So.
What you reserving it
I
for, Keisha?
know. Kids be crying, hollering.
I
Ah,
gotta see how she worked the flow in a game. I got.
We talking about how she showed the whole package though. That
Well,
how
you
she
know
look
she
at this
worked.
got them
costume.
LSU
Who thought
colors.
about
Keisha
this?
might
Who
like
thought
them
of this?
LSU
You know I
colors.
like the purple. You know that's my favorite color.
You
Yeah,
But
buy
I
them
was.
are
But let me
LSU
tell
Violet,
you
colors.
violet and
something.
the purple. Yeah,
I
it's
was
more like
not
like
expecting
yeah.
a bird though.
Me either.
Me either.
I was
Not
expecting like a
expecting a
warrior,
bird.
like a warrior person, a warrior. I don't know what this is.
We gonna get out of here, chat, because we
Oh wow,
thoroughly confused right now. So it's
wow.
time for us to go because I think we done got tired
This
and
Back to the
Violet.
very
drawing
much
board.
I just
so.
seen people.
Valhalla.
I just
gave us
seen
some
people in the
glasses.
chat talking about
I
Violet,
like the
Violet,
glasses.
and
They
I was
cute.
like, I do
No,
like the glasses, but
I don't
I
like that
just
either.
don't know what it is. I'm just
Right.
totally confused.
I don't like it.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't like it.
You can't. It's okay, guys. It's okay.
Yep, it's all right. We're gonna
yeah,
wrap this thing up tonight. Thank y'all for joining us. Ladies, thank you for being here with
it's
us
okay,
tonight.
baby. It's okay.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
of course, of course.
Thank you, chat, and thank you, panel.
Thank
It's
y'all.
ladies' night,
Thank you,
and I'm
ladies.
feeling
Thank you
right.
to
Thank
everyone
Oh
you,
in the
yes,
Ellie,
chat
it's
for the
for your
well.
ladies' night.
Thank you
Oh
all for
what?
having
Thank
me.
you,
Oh what a
Kat.
night.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
We appreciate you. We out of here, y'all.
Thank
Y'all
you.
All
have a
right.
good
Thank you,
night.
guys.
Hit the like button on the way out the door and subscribe. All
Yes.
right. We out, y'all. Bye.
Good night.
Bye,
Peace.
everybody.